Yo, it's Hackafan Dan. I'm gonna watch the roasted review from the point where Upchurch and Screw went live, and I haven't got to watch it yet, so I'm gonna let y'all watch it with me.
Talking on the phone.
Raise your volume.
Put it on. You can't put it on speaker on your side.
We're just waiting for Screw.
Let's go, Screw.
What the fuck is going on?
Can you hear us? Damn, you look great though on camera right now in front of so many people.
I think he's flirting with you.
Bro, we gotta fix that.
Yeah, we definitely got to fix it. So you can't hear us.
I can hear you, but I can only hear you when I put the phone up to my ear.
Oh shit.
That is
Like
weird.
right now, I'm talking on the phone, like I have it up to my ear.
That's so weird. That
on.
never happened before.
You definitely
Hey, one of y'all got a Bluetooth in there?
So maybe headphones? Maybe you got to put headphones on.
Hey, yeah, put headphones on, right?
That would be cool.
Let me find some.
Yeah, take your time. We're still waiting for Screw.
Yeah, we trying to get Screw in the building too.
Fuck. Hey, when y'all got some headphones?
All right, so we're just waiting. So obviously,
Let's get Screw face in the building.
Hey!
You hear Ryan? Hey! Anybody got some headphones?
What about this?
He's getting headphones.
All right, so he's getting headphones, guys. We're joining right now. We're waiting for Screw to join on the chat. He said how?
Come on, Screw. Where's Screw at?
Thank you.
Screw face. Screw face.
All right, we're good.
All right, we're just
I
waiting
gotta
for.
get these headphones in real quick.
We waiting on Screw face, my guy.
We're just waiting on Screw.
I can hear you talking, but I can't hear what you're saying. Hold on one second. Thank you, Eric.
Okay, we'll try one. Yo,
All right, say something.
What the fuck, Screw at?
Ah, there we go.
Yo, what up? Can you hear us?
Fuck yeah, clear as day. What's up, Skins?
What up, Dow? All right, so we're just trying to get Screw on right now.
Yeah, I just texted him.
Right, meow.
I got all night.
Okay. How you doing, Mr. Upchurch?
Oh, you know, great as usual.
This is about to be fucking lit.
Yes, it is. So how was you guys this day?
It was okay, bro. This has been a
Lots of roasting and reviewing.
wild day. Tell you what. Fucking crazy, dog. This shit is motherfuckers don't really understand how hard this is to put together in like a day.
Yeah.
You did what I'm saying, but boom, Screw say he calling. Yeah, that ass. I don't think enough of the fans know we really asked y'all yesterday. Call Screwface again.
Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you got, I appreciate y'all for being grown ass men on that and being like, you did what I'm saying. We
Screwface Gene.
Oh shit, that's me. I see me.
I see you too.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, it's
Oh.
Ryan Upchurch.
Oh my
It's
God!
lit.
We got everyone in the
What's
building.
We here. We here.
Hey,
Wow.
grrr, we in here. First
So,
of all,
guys-
shout out.
Hold
shout
on, you
out
can't
to-
do that. You can't do Mumfoo's thing. You gotta do your own thing.
So
That
look,
is our thing. That's how we speak. That's how we greet. That's our, like our greeting. Like, what's up? How's everybody? Shout out to Creek Squad in this bitch. Shout out to S&J Nation.
Wow.
they in
Hey,
here.
We out here.
So guys, first and foremost, how's everybody doing? Everybody good?
Everybody's good, right?
I'm good, man. I'm trying to get my light working here. Hold up. Yeah, I'm
Take
good.
your
How
time.
you doing?
Yeah. I'm good, bro. Just it was a chaotic day, but
Little
we're
bit.
here now. Goddammit.
I got
So-
my
Dang.
teeth whitened.
So
white.
I guess I'll start with you, Screw. What?
Let you
Okay,
break.
so this whole shit jumped off again. You feel me? After you were on video talking about Ryan Upchurch in a dismissive way. Could
Yes,
you
yes,
explain
yes,
to
yes,
me
yes, yes.
or the crowd what prompted that?
All right, so this is what happened. I don't know if you saw the whole video.
Nah, I didn't. I just saw the clip.
Yeah. I was talking to Church. I didn't know if you saw the whole live, but I did a live stream on my channel, pumping up because like me and this Grizzly Hendrix, who's another YouTuber, we're about to do like this just for fun battle thing. So people were in there, and they're asking me about like past stuff. Then they brought up the Upchurch thing. And the clip that you had seen was basically at the end of the rant. And what I was saying was, and it definitely came off the wrong way because I could see how that came off that way. What I was saying is like the people around my area and stuff, like the people that I came up with and stuff, they don't know much of you. And when they did hear of you, it's through this. So they didn't really look at you like a rapper that much. You know what I'm saying? Like you did rap music and stuff, but it's like kind of like the way.
So you speak for everyone in Nebraska, pretty much.
No. I speak for all the people that I knew and all the people that were around my area. It wasn't just Nebraska. It was more like because I'm in like, you know, different forums, battle rap forums, different things like that. That's not just the
And that's
people.
part of the reason
Actually,
I fuck with you, Screw, because like your battle rap acumen is pretty high, my guy.
Yeah. I mean, I watch it a lot. I've been watching since like grind time and shit like that. But yeah, it basically came out where in that people were just like, bro, it's not even. So I was saying more like this isn't some serious like rap battle thing. I don't get like super props. Like say if I were to be in a battle with somebody else who is like in the ring type thing, but that's not like to take away from your following at all, obviously, because you obviously have a following.
Yeah, the guy did the Creek Squad deep as hell, boy.
There's only one problem with that.
What's the
up?
problem, Church?
That's not mine or his place to say that.
Well,
You see
explain
what I'm
that.
saying? Like,
Explain
what
that.
do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, it already contradicts itself. I mean, what would it look like if I was a rapper? Now, we're talking battle rap, right?
Yeah.
So battle rap is about battle, correct?
Of course.
So if you show up in front of a court system saying shit that isn't true, it's not that much of a hard hit, right? And you're going to lose when the judge is at the end of his shit, right?
What do you mean?
Look,
what I'm saying is,
wait.
no, hang on, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
One time.
And it contradicts itself because that will be like me being a rapper and a reaction channel. You can't make a rapper the head of a radio show because he's going to play all the songs.
But I mean, there's plenty of rappers who are heads of radio shows. There's plenty of rappers of radio shows.
No, I'm just talking in a sense like where you tried to make it like I was coming for you when there's cold, hard facts, dates, and timestamps that proves that wrong. Actually, if everyone wants, we can go through all the bars if you guys want.
Oh, yeah, please.
Hold on. Before we go into what did you say that last line again? Because I didn't quite understand. Say that last part again. What you just said?
I'm a stoner. I don't remember what I said. But what I'm getting at is you.
I'm kind of
How about this? Ask me a question.
Okay, so what are you essentially getting at? What was the initial question you asked me about the rapper having their radio show? Like, what was the point? What was like the ultimate point of that metaphor?
The point is when you see other people saying other things that are actual reaction pages that have a lot of notoriety, it ain't my place to say anything about that, but they tried to play off, which is why in High Diaz 8, before any of this happened, if you heard me after I said the line about the cow, I went block, block twice. That's Munfu and hit Brainiac. So I already knew what was going to happen before it happened. So they were going to play it off as we're doing a Upchurch reaction, when really they didn't even listen to any of the bars. They just shit on it all the time. And then it even went to, because battle rap's about making people mad, right? So
that's not all it's about.
Okay, but if you battle somebody, you want to kill them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen battles with people who battle and get mad at the end, though.
I'll be the referee here. That is true.
Getting someone mad is definitely the purpose.
Right. But the
not necessarily.
It's an exercise of. It's a battle of the bars. It's definitely who raps better. But at the same
Yeah,
time,
no. It's either or. You can do it either way. There's not one solidified way. Like if you watch Arsenal is a disrespectful bad rapper. Tay Rock is a bad rapper who's not that personal. There's a bunch of different ways of doing it.
But
So
I think his point, Screw, is with the talent that you have with rapping or being disrespectful, either way, it makes your opponent mad. You did
when I rap, basically.
Yeah, anybody that you rap against, if you're doing a battle, that other person is supposed to be mad.
Yeah. You can. I mean, you're most likely probably not going to end up being more happy with the person after the battle. But what your point about? Because you kind of had a bunch of different points. Your point about the Munfu and Dota reaction that's a new point. Are you saying essentially that they didn't listen to it?
Okay, so here's what's happening, everyone who's watching. Right now, he's trying to scramble me so I get off course.
No, I'm just asking you. What? I literally just asked you what you just said.
Oh, it's spicy.
Screw, your camera went off. Just get your camera right.
Your camera went off.
Here's the thing.
How do I turn it back? I don't know how to turn it back.
When I went,
there you go. Okay, go, Church.
When I go into my disses with you, I execute with comedy and facts that I can prove. When you came over here and started shit with me, you fucking tried to make it out like I don't like black people, which is not fucking true. You called me Dylan fucking Roof, somebody who shot a fucking black church up. Now listen, what if I...
My bad. My bad. I got a call in between that. Can you reset that again? My bad.
No, I can't. Anyways,
all I heard was the Dylan Roof part.
Okay. When you came at me, it was, he's racist, he doesn't like fucking black people, a bunch of stuff.
Facts. I'll be right back.
That's not true. Now, me and you both know with big numbers, that could be something that totally ruins somebody's life, which I wouldn't care. But here's what I'm saying. I could have done the same fucking thing as you and made up a bunch of narrative bars, and I could have painted the worst picture of you possible, bro, to where people will really fucking be out for you. But I don't want to do that. So I come with comedy bars and shit like that.
Can I answer that question? Because that's not all the way true. Because you also because the same narrative that you were painting, that you were saying that I was painting, is the same narrative. In your thing, you said I was racist also.
How?
You were painting the whole narrative about racism, about me being racist.
No, how?
What do you mean? By a lot of the things that you were saying, by when you were saying in the roasting review thing about, isn't he the dude that said that white people or black people, the thing that you said initially that started this whole thing? I'm pretty sure they don't remember exactly what it was.
Hold on, real quick, guys. Hold on, real quick, guys.
But you just say you don't remember stuff because you're a stoner.
Screw.
Told you.
Screw. Hold on. Wait, guys. Wait. We don't want this to get out of hand.
What are we doing?
So listen.
I'm very confused.
I understand both of y'all point, right? I'm in the middle here, so I get it. On Ryan's side, he's saying that like you were making accusations of him being racist, which could potentially be detrimental to his career when it really ain't true that he racist, right?
When I could have done the same thing.
I fuck with Screw. I fuck with Upchurch. You did what I'm saying? He's not racist. But Upchurch, you gotta understand that there are some things that if people don't know you, like I know you, and people hold on, Screw. People who don't know you and people who don't really understand your character could perceive as racist.
How?
Well, let me say this. Let me answer it as somebody who's one of those people.
Wait.
Well, no, I can answer.
Let me answer. Okay, go ahead.
I can say it. It's very simple. When you have to understand your perception, bro. So like when I first heard of you of that stuff, the first thing I reacted to was that Meek Mill freestyle. So I listened to it, I was like, wasn't a big fan. Then you did the video about me. I was like, that's kind of weird. That I didn't think that I was that big of a deal. And then when the roast and review thing happened, and you said, isn't he the dude that doesn't want, wants too much white people, says there's too much white people, whatever, right? And you got to understand when someone goes and looks at you, right, and you have videos where you've said the N-word before, joking or not, whether you're saying it's a joke or not, you got to understand that there is a lot of people who are going to see that and not take that, and not take that as racism and take that as offensive. There's a lot, and I know the people that you're surrounded by or the people that are around you might not take it like that, which is fine. But you have to understand there's a whole nother side of the world. I understand that the way that you take it. That's the same thing with the Confederate flag. I understand that, right? So, but you have to. What you're not understanding is that there's another side to that that's not going to understand that. Oh, I'm just saying it as a joke. Oh, these signs that you've been seeing your whole life that represented one thing don't mean that for me. Just understand it doesn't mean that for me. That's going to be a hard time for people who grew up looking at that stuff a different way. Just like it's a hard time for you to look at certain
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but what's the point in acknowledging that? The only way that racism even stays alive is because people talk about it. The thing
somebody could say, what's the point of saying the N-word in a joke?
Okay, well, here's the difference between me and you. You, in your song, you make fun of me being white. I call myself black, and you get mad at me not making fun of black people.
I mean, you make fun of me being black. When you make fun of a black person's nose, I know you don't understand that. That's considered racism also. When you call them,
no.
Why does it have to be a black person's nose? It's your nose, fool.
That is literally. I mean, you can Google this thing. These are not things that I made up.
Hey, Scru, hold on,
wait. Ask the other black person. That is something
fact.
For a long time.
Look at my nose, fool.
No, wait, Ryan.
That's why I didn't open up with. You're not understanding a lot.
Ryan, wait. I get what you saying, Ryan. It's like I wasn't trying to be racist, bro. I was talking about your fucking nose because you got a fat ass nose. I get that, but at the same time, you got to look at the imagery of it.
Okay,
well, I'm
fine.
saying,
Okay, in that case,
church. Hold on.
These teeth are connected to white people then.
Wait, church. This is what I'm saying. No. You can say no. You can literally say that. You could say that. What I'm saying is right now, I'm not saying you would. I'm just saying that there's an understanding that you could say that, right? Some people that have buck teeth, if they'd be like, and like for you, there could be people be like, oh, the buck teeth stuff is some hillbilly stuff, consider that, and they could take that as offensive. I'm not saying you.
I think Scru. See, Scru.
Hold on. Well, let me just say.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, let me say. I'm not saying that you do specifically. What I'm saying is that I have an understanding, right? I have an understanding. Like when you say stuff about the Confederate flag and stuff like stuff, I was arguing with people on your side of the Confederate flag if you watch the videos, right? What I'm saying is that you seem to be the person that doesn't understand the other side. What you're saying is that since you don't see it as offensive or since you don't see it as racism, you don't understand how somebody else could. That doesn't make sense.
If you keep watering a plant, what does it do?
It makes it grow.
Exactly.
If
you keep tending to something, it's going to stick around. The only way that shit's going to fade away is if you just stop talking. If everyone stops talking about it. That goes for not church, in general.
No, I get what you're saying, but you have to understand, bro. I'm understanding what you're saying. Listen to me. It's not building it more. It's not erasing it by continuously talking about it. No. You're right about that. 100. But what I am saying is that you got to look at by your demeanor, right? Because I am somebody who, before the Meek stuff, I had no reason. I had no dog in the fight. I had no reason to look at you. But you have to understand that you have like a thing about you that there is going to be a lot of people going to see it away. Now, you might not have those feelings in your heart, right? In your heart, but it's hard to see what's in your heart. Sometimes people see what is in their visual, just like you.
All right. This video is long as hell. It is 3 hours long, so I will be here as long as I can, but I will be taking breaks. This right now, general consensus of it is, so far, it's all about race, and that's not what this should be about. This should be about squashing this beef, or whether or not they're going to continue it. This race head shouldn't have nothing to do with it.
You saw the things that I said from you. You took them from face value, essentially. You took it as offensive. You took everything just like I took it. We're in the middle of a battle. But what I'm saying is that I understand your side. I understand that you're not meaning to be racist. You don't hate black people. I'm not saying.
So you would agree that that's a very small portion.
No, small portion of people that might. A small portion of what? Clarify.
No, a small portion of the reasoning behind the racism as a whole.
What is a small portion?
Of the group of people that you're talking about, the ones that don't know.
This is what I'm saying, Church, because I'm from Nebraska, right? I've lived in East Coast. I've lived in Central City,
Which
Nebraska,
is like, why the fuck, nigga? How'd you get to Nebraska?
Well, don't worry about it. It's super country, right? Super country. What I'm saying is I've grown up with people who are like you, and I've grown up with people who are more like me on the side. I know exactly what you're saying. What I'm saying is that portion seems small to you because you have such a big mass of people on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really see it as much as for me exactly, right? In my eyes, that group of people is way bigger than it probably is to you. It's just about how our lives are and who we see every given day and who our music hits.
So let's just only talk about your side right now. So we can't base this off my numbers. We have to base it off yours, correct?
No, what do you mean base what? Base what off my numbers?
Well, I mean the whole entire battle as a whole.
No, that's not what I was saying. You missed my point. The
whole entire first song is about that. So I'm trying to put those together for you.
Are you saying that the number of people that I'm saying that you might have missed what I was saying. I'm saying that the small number of people is the people that you might think is a small demographic might see what you're doing, some of the things you do as racist. That's what I'm saying.
And those people follow you, right?
Not necessarily, not all of them, but I'm saying there is a big, regardless of what it is, yours is going to be more because you have you have to understand what 1.6 million is. So if I do something
about yours.
I know, but if I do something about you, you know how that works. It's going to be your people that come in. That's how, you know how YouTube and stuff works.
But based off of what Scru said, and Scru's... I'm getting into numbers. That's all I'm doing.
Okay, but I'm saying you're misconstruing what I just said. Okay, I don't think you understand what I just said.
One more time. I'll listen super clear.
Okay. The numbers, right? When it comes to me versus you, me and you, right? You're always going to cast an overshadow because you are a lot bigger. You're 1.6. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on. So if we do any video, right? If I do something, it's going to be the majority of your people that's going to be over there because it's an overwhelming number, right? You can leak that with the other videos that aren't. Just so that I do reactions, so you can look at the demographics of the videos that I do. It's not necessarily, it's majority, not majority, but there's a lot of people, but with you, it's going to be majority other people because your fans, because you're bigger. For you to compare that, you would have to compare that with somebody your size who would be more on my side of stuff, my demographic. Not somebody with 100,000, more somebody with like 1 million.
Okay, so that's what you meant, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's delete my demographic. We're not talking about my numbers against Screw's numbers. We're only talking about Screw's numbers. Do you realize that your subscriber count is down 69.1% in the last 30 days that you have released these battles?
Did you realize that subscriber count is from you? It's from the people that are...
No, the demographic, this is from your social blade, not mine.
Yes. So listen, the demographic of stuff that I do, reaction-wise, I'll say it again, is going to be stuff that is towards your stuff. I don't look at my channel. That is like a way of...
You just answered my question.
Which question?
You said it was about me. You answered the question.
No, I'm saying that the demo. Okay, I'll say it again because you keep trying to. It's like you're trying to fit it into this plug.
Hey,
It's like you're fitting this into a plug, but you keep trying to say. I'm saying that hold on.
I get both of y'all point, bro. I understand what's happening.
I'm saying that I have a lot of your fans as subscribers. That's why when this thing happens, they will unsubscribe. But the reason why the overall number is higher and it's not down, the overall number is higher, then that would mean because there's other people outside of that now coming in. Right. If you look at the demographic of stuff I've done, it's from you. Not just you, but it's more on your side of the demographic. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
I agree. You played your game in his home court, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You did what I'm
so
saying.
If Roast and Review dropped a diss track about you right now, they lose a bunch of their subscribers.
Facts.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't.
Okay, so that's
I don't
what
necessarily.
But they came and subscribed to you because they like me and you. They got mad because of the things you chose to say as a person.
No. That's not. No. That's sugarcoating it because you're not seeing.
But at the same time, Ryan. Okay. So look, Ryan. If right now, if KO was in a bar right now with somebody, and KO's talking shit to this guy, selling this guy the fuck out, and this guy slaps him, I'm still gonna whoop that guy's ass because KO's my guy.
Yeah,
you dig what I'm saying?
I know it doesn't have to do anything.
But I'm saying
He's
your
saying the people-
your
he's saying the
fans,
people that
your fans
unsubscribe
are
from
your
me.
fans.
Hold on,
Period.
he's saying that percent of people who unsubscribe from me are people who are bigger fans of you than me.
Yeah,
but
facts.
the reason why the overall number, that's what happens with reaction channels. But the reason why the overall number is not down because other people who are not, it's a new people coming in.
Yeah.
That's how that number
I
works.
agree. I agree.
If you say it the other way to people who don't understand it, that's kind of like trying to spin it in a way. That's not how that works. A reaction channel has a lot of the bases of their fans off of the people.
Hey,
that
hold
do
up,
reactions
Screw. He just held a notebook up. What you got there, Ryan? What you talking about?
Bro, this is about like I have to talk like y'all are gonna have to ask questions because you have to understand.
He's got
someone who's
ADHD.
really intricate. This is numbers, stats.
Yeah, but I understand.
Oh, Ryan did his homework.
But you gotta understand that like I said in the million, every time in the battle, bro, you use the numbers thing a lot. Just try not to use that.
All right, so wait, I got a question though for Screw.
To use anything.
That's why I thought we were here. That's why I thought I don't know.
No, Screw.
That's what the point of this was.
No.
You don't.
Yeah, but what the thing is it's crazy. Like, you say you're a battle rapper. You say it's about the bars and how hard the bars hit, this, that, and the other. But I would like for you, if Roast and Review will allow us to, I would love to go through the bars, bar for bar.
Okay, sure.
Hey, I'm here for that.
Which one? Because there was 100.
Is this what we're about to do? Because this is mad wrong. I thought we were about to talk
He
about
doesn't want
this
to go
shit.
through the bars. Okay.
No, I mean, we can go through bar, or are we going to go through every single song?
But yeah,
no.
That's a little lengthy. That's a little lengthy, right?
What do you? I feel like
I'll
you
do
came
it
on this
myself
with.
on my YouTube channel, guys. Go subscribe.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool.
Hold on.
But what I'm saying is, I thought that we were on here to like talk about.
That was
this
a
stuff.
power flex, Ryan.
Yeah, I don't get. Is that? Are you? I thought we were here to like figure out if there's a misunderstanding.
Hey, hold on, guys. Maybe that's my fault.
Yeah.
Let me jump in here.
I didn't come here to argue with you about this.
Hold on.
No one wanted that. No one wanted that.
Screw.
So let's stop.
Let's. All right. So we've gotten to the point where we're at a fucking fork in the road now, right? So Screw is. I get Screw's point, and I get Church's point. You did what I'm saying. I completely understand both of y'all. What you guys are not realizing about each other is both of you have completely different point of views, right?
No, I get that.
And I think that we have to acknowledge the fact that Church ain't gonna see the shit you talking about, and vice versa.
I know. That's why I said you have to understand. I grew up with people I grew up in Central.
Yeah, but you can't say that, bro, because it's kind of loaded. That feels loaded.
I want to get that.
No, it's not for the loaded part. Don't listen to the loaded. I'm saying that's why I say we are on different sides of the demographic. But what I see, what I'm feeling is that he doesn't see my side, but I see his side, basically.
Okay. So Ryan, let's
Like, I get he's not racist. That's what I said. We've said, like, he's not racist. But in a battle, if somebody's doing research on somebody and he's, like, the type of person that Upchurch is and he has, like, videos where he's saying the N-word, bro, you're going to understand that 9 out of 10 people are going to think that.
But you have to realize.
Am I wrong for saying that?
Hold on. Screw, let Ryan talk.
That word is in 20 fucking million fucking songs.
Yeah, but not by white people.
Y'all are the one making it.
But what is that? I mean, can the other black person here say something about that?
Yeah, like that
doesn't matter if making it.
That feels that I don't think that you understand how that works, Ryan. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
No, and I'm not going to. You know why? Because I don't get mad when somebody calls me a cracker or a honky. I laugh.
But that's not the same thing. Nobody's telling you.
I'm not calling you what you're saying.
Church. The only person who's telling people how to feel is you. I'm not telling you how to feel when you hear when you see that.
You want me to pull the timestamps up, bro?
No, you just said it right now.
You're fucking bitching and crying because Somebody said.
Hold on. Wait, guys.
Let Church talk.
N-I-G-G-A as a joke, making fun of another white girl.
Yes.
And look at you. Look what you're doing. You said the N-word. You're trying to make it like I called somebody a N-I-G-G-E-R.
Bro,
and that's why I called you a propaganda rapper.
So the other black person in here, you have to understand when a white person says the N-word and you're showing your lack of understanding of that. When a white person says the N-word, they're going to get offended. Can the other black person say that?
So wait, hold on. Church, it's the same thing as if a transgender person told you, I don't want you calling me a tranny. Would you feel the same way?
Who gives a fuck? It's a word.
But that's your feeling. You can't tell somebody else how to feel.
And I respect.
I can't talk to weaker people. I respect.
You can say they're weaker for getting offended at that. That's fine, but you still can't tell them how to feel. You can only control how you feel.
You can't call it. You can't call it. Hold on, Screw. You can't call it a weaker person when you're not experiencing the shit that we're experiencing as black people. You don't get scared at a traffic stop.
I'm telling you, he's not going to get that, bro. I'm telling
you.
No,
I understand. I understand that.
Bro, that's why I'm trying to stay away from that. That's not the point. That's not the point.
Let's get away from that.
Upchurch, get this. My point is that you're not going to understand the offense of somebody else from that, right? Now you're talking about how you feel. You're saying, I don't take offense to this. Why should other people? It's just a word. So I'm saying that you don't get to control how other people feel. So if you want to say that word, that's fine. But understand, they care. They care.
I understand.
Look who made a fucking song about race, and look who fucking did it.
If you were to go anywhere outside of your fan base and say that and say, hey, if you would say that, will black people get offended? Would you go up on Summer Jam and do that and then have the same question? And go up there and say, do the nigga joke?
No way.
You said do a what?
Do the nigga joke. Would you go up there and do the nigga joke?
You gonna find me where I done that?
No way.
Show me where I done that.
No, I'm saying he's asking. Question, would you go on Summer Jam and say that?
Have I done it already?
No.
Nah.
Well, then why are we talking about this?
Yeah.
I think that's his point, Ryan. Yeah. That you wouldn't do that at Summer Jam.
Bro, I think you're angry right now, bro. You're not listening yourself.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, you're trying to fucking once again, like you do in everything else, twist it. You're like,
no. Hold on. Hey, guys, hold on. Hey, let me talk. All right.
Wait, am I twisting?
Hold on, Screw. Let me talk. Okay.
Watch.
I think what's happening here is a misunderstanding, right? Ryan, you think that Screwface is trying to misconstrue something, and Screwface, you think that Ryan's being a dick right now. He's not. They just miss. Look, bro. Listen. What's happening here? What Screwface is saying, Ryan, is that yes, you feel how you feel about that. That's real. And your feelings
that's because it's me. Yeah.
That's your feelings. But you can't tell somebody else how to feel about the things that you do.
But I can tell somebody that what they're fucking saying about me is fucking false.
No, we established that you're not a racist already. We established that you're not a racist.
So let's keep it moving.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
I know we're talking in a circle. That's why I said
all right. So we're gonna keep it
moving in a circle. Let's move on from that.
Let's talk about the 5. Why 5? Wasn't it 5 total? 5 total each?
It was 4.
It was 4 piece.
So 4 piece, and this question goes to Screwface. Why entertain it, and what was your mentality behind it?
I think that's more of a question for Ryan.
We're gonna get to Ryan.
Mine was more that.
And I want to know, did you feel, was it healthy?
The first one, the first half, it started. All of this basically started a miscommunication. The first one started because when he says that, when he said he was talking about Spaz, but when you guys asked him about me and he started saying that's how that first one started. So when we did the initial thing, I thought it was weird that he was entertaining it on his side, right? Mm-hmm. So the other 2 were from him hearing it, then he started the second one. So then I did with the songs, and then I answered to the song. So I was surprised that he kept going, but I knew that after that last one, no matter what would happen, I couldn't keep entertaining it just because it started becoming like we need to do something else. It was just like counterproductive. We were just kind of talking in circles.
So I asked the same question to Ryan. Ryan, what Mr. Lamborghini. Hey, that shit was fresh though, by the way. What made you feel that this was necessary? Not on no black and white shit. We're over that now. What made you, as a rapper, feel like this was something that you deemed necessary to respond to?
So I can't answer the question with actually what happened. I have to
okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You can say black. You can say it. Say black.
Okay. Well, I was minding my own fucking business, and some fucking
bro. This nigga KO just farted, bro. I gotta go. Hold on. Do your thing. Talk, Ryan. I'm just walk off a little bit.
Man, let him talk.
It's a little nervous.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I don't think I have to really answer the question on why I done what I done. I think. I think it's just for the fans. I think it's just for the fans. I think for the don't know.
Wait, nah, they don't. But it's a lot. It's a lot of fans in here that don't because it's roasting review fans in here too. So like,
go look. Hey, okay, I'll do it. Fine. Everyone, go look up Scru's first diss against me. There's your answer.
So you
but
went,
no.
Okay.
But that's not saying what you said in your response. Why did you deem it necessary to respond to him?
To respond is what he asked.
Because when you're a rapper and you're trying to unify people all the fucking time, and your shows have black people, Chinese people, gay people, fucking straight people, white people, all these different kind of people.
That's real.
And then you have somebody who is a strictly hip hop artist come along and be like, hey, hold up, you know, Dylan Roof and he did this and da 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 da. Well, am I gonna just sit there and let somebody fucking say I'm racist, or am I gonna take up for my fans that are also not white and say something?
That's real.
So you responded because it was the racist and stuff. Yeah. So essentially, but my question is that did you think that what was the point you were trying to get across like after that then? So because if we're saying, because I'm saying that you're not racist, I'm basically trying to figure out what's going on after this. Like, what was the essential point of this? Like, what are we doing? Are we just like?
I'm replying to you. What do you mean do?
No. I mean now, not on the song. I'm talking about what do you want to do? What is? Do you still think? What is your issue here? Do you still think that? Like, what do you want essentially? What is
he asking? Will someone please step in?
What do you want to happen after this? Like, what are we doing right now? What is the point of this?
So from
because
our
you
perspective,
seem to didn't matter.
Wait, Screw. So from our perspective on Roast and Review, right? Our perspective was,
I'm gonna go get a lighter. I'll be right back.
I think it started right. I think it started personal, and then it was for the fans towards that. Like, because like you even said to yourself, like you noticed Upchurch fans checking out your material. So you guys, I don't want to say speak for both, but I'm just saying I see that you guys were like now feeding the fans what they wanted after you got over the personal. It's like what we're trying to figure out is that what happened after that? It stopped getting personal, and now it was for the fans because the fans' comments were ridiculous.
Well, yeah. No, towards the end, I didn't even want to do the very last one. But yeah, I would say that it was probably for the fans and just for the hip hop sake of it. Just if you get dissed, you respond back.
That's what we love. That's what we love.
That's really what I want to get to, bro. You did what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying is I'm not even taking it that deep. But it's just like it seems like this like and correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem like very very flustered, like you're ready to argue, basically.
Well, of course, because you're a liar.
Okay, so what about what? The racist stuff?
Well, I mean, you're sitting here saying, no, it was for the fans. I mean, it might have been for the fans for you.
No,
I don't create fake stuff.
Okay, no. There you go again. I'm answering he asked me, so I answered from me. I said the last response was for the fans because I didn't want to do that last one, but I had to respond because you had dissed me and this was hip hop, so I responded.
Okay, so
I was answering from me.
One.
All right, hold on. Go ahead.
I did the first one because the roast and review interview that you did when they asked you about me, and then you started dissing me. And then you said later you didn't.
How did I diss you?
You said, "Isn't that the black person that says that? Oh, he's irrelevant." Or we can go. I have the video. I mean, I can go back to it.
Okay, pull it up.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
If we're doing it, we're doing it. Fuck it, pull it up.
Okay.
I mean, if it's a fact, pull it up.
Give me a
now,
second.
keep in mind, he said I said that black dude that did all this stuff. So play it.
I didn't. Okay, the black dude part wasn't the necessary
I don't
part,
think
but
he
when they
meant
said-
for.
Then why'd you say it?
I don't even think like, bro, you're getting very caught up on
Hey.
very weird things. Like, no, hold on.
Chill.
That was reaching. That was reaching. Ask them. I won't even ask them if that was
I'm
reach.
choking
Ask
you
them.
from my home state.
Hey, Ryan.
So was that a reach?
Hey,
Was
Ryan.
that or was that a reach?
You ain't shit for that. it was definitely a good move.
Ryan is high as a motherfucker. Right?
Are you
All my moves are
trying?
good.
It was definitely
So
a good
are you-
move. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But what
That
I'm
was
saying
cool.
is like of what you're trying to. I'm kind of seeing like what the point of this more and more is, and I was put under other pretenses of what the point of this conversation is. So, because like I don't feel like we're getting any. Are we getting any further? Like with this stuff, or what is the point of it?
Which
No.
is proving my point. So I'm just sitting here.
Okay, so I've said everything that I've not said anything to you. I'm not getting flustered. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm not pointing the things out and saying, "Oh, this is what you said. This is what you said." So
Well, you're supposed to. It's a
what
rap
is it?
song.
Okay, wait.
No, this
Let's
isn't a rap song. This
wait,
is an
Screw.
interview between
Wait,
two
Screw.
people.
Hold on, Screw. Hold
About a
on.
rap song.
Hold on, guys. I think this is
Yeah, so
getting.
that
I
doesn't
think
make it a
this
rap
is
song.
going left. So like, we need to come back, guys.
Yeah,
I think we're getting so caught up in the emotions of these
So,
disses,
Screw,
I'm
everything
not-
that's
I'm
happening.
not-
Wait,
Screw.
Screw.
There is no-
Screw,
Wait,
hold on.
Screw.
Screw, hold on.
Wait.
So I think Screw, you're. I wouldn't know if it's frustration, but you're just saying, okay, so what's the point?
I think Screw likes the sound of his own voice. Seriously, that's like
Of all this, why come on this? And we call this whole campaign obviously the end, right? Because we want it.
Mm-hmm.
We know
definitely-
it started
right.
here, and we want it to end here. And we have
Yeah.
all the fans, hopefully, that are, and there's going to be a lot of people watching this after the video. I mean, we got
Mm-hmm.
almost 6,000 people right now that are some Screwface, Ryan Upchurch fans, and
But
it's
that was-
really
hold on.
clarity for them.
Yeah, hold on. Let me say this. This is what I was saying. I was put under the pretense that I was going to come here to have a conversation with you and figure out where our miscommunications came. If that's not
Right,
the
that's
point,
what this was
And we
supposed
want
to
that.
be.
We want that,
That's
yeah.
definitely what we
but
want.
he-
want it.
but when he come in with the papers and like, oh, I got these, it seemed like he had a whole different idea of what it was, because he's saying different things that are, I mean, and a lot of it is just like circular thinking. We're just kind of doing circular talking.
Okay, so look,
That's
we're-
just white people. White people come prepared.
this nigga's stupid. I hate him.
But that's not even what I'm saying. I'm just saying,
I was
like,
kidding, I was
so I mean, at this point, he said he was upset because I said he was racist. I said that I don't think he's racist, but he's done racist things that people would consider racist. And just because you don't consider them racist does not make anybody else not consider them racist. And that's mad insensitive to say. So what else is the misclarity? Is there anything else? Like what?
Go ahead, Church.
Oh, I'm just gonna sit here because everything that's just being said is proving me right. I mean, I'm not being an asshole. I'm being
How so?
serious.
How so?
How so? I mean, we're talking about how all this started, right?
Right.
And I mean, what? I don't know what I have to say.
So basically, all of this it boils down to the fact that
we're trying to get down to that, yeah.
right. So it all boils down to Upchurch took exception to the fact that Screwface was alluding to the fact that he was racist, and Ryan Upchurch isn't racist, so he had to respond.
Right.
Correct?
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, we're all on the same page there.
Screw, are you on the
Screw?
same page?
I think somebody called him.
This man's taking a phone call.
I think somebody called him.
What happened?
I understand, like while Screwface is getting back, I understand both
understand.
sides, and it's almost painful for me to watch. Like, damn,
I just came with facts, bro. I don't care about nothing else.
and that's
It's-
real.
It's the truth.
And that's real, and I get that, my guy. But I think both of you have to realize that the other one, y'all might want to act like tough ass, but like there are some feelings involved. Maybe not deep feelings.
He's calling back.
But at
Hold
the
on.
same time, there are emotions tied up into this.
Mine aren't though. That's the problem.
Well, of course, I mean, sure, you can say that on your side. I know for sure.
Go listen to the rap songs. Bro, you're a rapper. You're a good
Nah,
singer.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
You catch bars left
I do.
and right.
I do.
Bro, your ears work good as fuck. I know they do.
They do. And that's why I can understand both points. I can understand both sides. Like I could get that you want to defend yourself as
My
far
bad.
as
My shit dropped.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Let me put you back on the screen.
I can't hear you.
Put your headphones in.
Hold up. All right, I can hear you.
You can hear me now?
All right, give me 1 second. We're just getting everything.
Let me put you back on the screen. Hold up, we got to put you back on the screen.
Hey, Screw, if I'm too loud, or KO all y'all, if I'm too loud, let me know because the thing's right by my mouth.
Okay. Nah, you good.
Weird now?
Nah, you perfect. It's perfect.
Hold on.
It's perfect.
Give me a second.
Yo, are we on right now?
Yeah.
We are. I'm trying to get you back on the screen so they can see you.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hang up and call you guys right back. Give me a second.
All right.
Yeah. Well, this is. You know what? I think a lot of times for you to get to the healing place, you got to go through the valley. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? You got to really, because I feel like us as Roast and Review, we've done this. We've got down to the ugly parts. And you got to get down to the ugly parts to get over the motherfucking bridge. You did what I'm saying? So I feel like we're getting somewhere. We're going to get them back on the line right now. We're going to talk it out. Yeah, hit the break thing. We're going to take a break and be right back.
Hey, guys, October 30th, Johnny Dang will be live on Roast and Review.
TV Johnny is going to be in the building. And coupled with that, he's giving away a gold grill to top 6. So if you want that, Yeah. Well, this is, you know what? I think a lot of times for you to get to the healing place, you got to go through the valley, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? You got to really, because I feel like us as Roast and Review, we've done this.
Nah.
All right, so boom, let's go to Ryan. All right,
Okay.
Ryan, you ain't really talked that much on this motherfucker, so this is your time to talk your motherfucking shit.
I don't want to talk shit.
Not, of course not shit, but you know,
you
you watch this show, you know what the fuck I'm saying. So,
You're gonna say it. What's next?
I mean, I don't want to know not what's next.
All right, okay?
How are you feeling about how Screwface is feeling? In a real way. You feel what I'm saying? Not just on a rap beef shit, just as a human. How are you feeling about what he's saying?
I feel like he's unaware of a lot of the things he chooses to do and say.
And explain that. Why would you say that?
Well, because, I mean, the thing is, a lot of the stuff that's said about me and was said about me in these songs is just really easily debunkable. And for him to want to come on here and, I mean, we're going to be able to go back and we're going to be able to watch this video.
Yeah, facts.
And I'm just, it's a simple thing. Like when I ask how, there's no,
how what?
There's just hang on.
Hold on. Let him talk. Screw.
Like when I ask when he like makes a statement and I say how, I'm expecting what you're expecting in a rap song. You're supposed to have a narrative bar and then an execution, which gives it the factor. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Since it's a battle. I mean, I don't know why he's saying what right now and still trying to be an asshole.
Just talk. Just talk.
Just keep talking.
But the thing is, it's the same with his rap battle schemes, and it's the same with what he's saying on here. It's all consistent with each other. It's a narrative, but as soon as I say how, there's no explanations. So my point of being is the reason this all started, and the video never got pulled up. I don't know why none of y'all pulled it up, but the video that he said, well, you were on the Roast and Review, and you was like, oh, this black guy, da-da-da-da. Once again.
No. He just said that was the reach, bro. You keep doing that. That wasn't the point. That's painting a false narrative.
Screw. Let him get through it. Let him get through it.
Okay, but that's definitely painting a false narrative.
I get it, bro, but let him get through it. Let him get through it.
But the thing is, you can rewind this video. It's not, we're going to be able to rewind this afterwards. It's not a false narrative. You actually just said that, is what I'm getting at.
You said what?
If you're gonna keep asking me
Church.
I can't.
Hold on, Screw. Let him finish his thought.
Okay. All right, go ahead. My bad.
Go ahead, Church.
I mean, everyone knows what I'm gonna say. Like, I'm just keep getting cut off, so I'm just gonna shut up.
No, this is a forum for both of y'all to talk. You did what I'm saying? So
well,
go
I'll
ahead.
get to the last part. Once again, the narrative versus the execution. If I painted a fake narrative on him, do you know how crazy that song would have been?
That's real.
If I would have called him something that he was not, that I don't see proof of, Who's the asshole?
So if I put, okay, so
Hold
if I
on,
pull up,
Screw.
if I have,
Hold
okay,
on,
all right.
Screw.
All right.
I mean, bro, it's
Be careful what you're saying.
it's chess. I don't have to be.
Hold on.
Chess. It's
All
chess
right.
moves. It's chess moves versus checker moves.
Okay.
So, and I'm not saying that to be a dick because, like I've told everybody on my own social media, I have fucking listened to Screw and his other shit just from being interested into going and see what he's done because of what he's put on his own social media. You know, I mean, he's had me interested to go look at some of his stuff because, bro, all my favorite rappers are nothing like me. Bro, my playlist is Plies, Young Jeezy, T.I., Gucci Mane, fucking Young Dolph, fucking All
He said
Star.
that. He said that before. Why you?
All
He said
Star
that
before
before.
it was Star Lido. Yeah.
I mixed a bunch of those people.
So, KO ain't shit.
Okay, so yeah. So a lot of the people you listen to aren't like you. Understood. But what I'm saying is that when you, hold on, let me get to the. Oh, here we go. Found the video. So let me get to exactly now. If it's not about, you didn't say the black person. Don't get caught up on the black word. We're talking about when you said that, isn't he that guy or the rapper or reactor or whatever who doesn't want white people to be. Okay.
Can I say one thing?
All right.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
Look how you're trying to stray away from the fact that you told me
No,
I said
no.
black person now.
No. That's why they said it. No, bro.
I don't know.
No,
That
that's
feels
why
like nitpicking, bro. We not finna nitpick.
Yeah, you're nitpicking. That's why I said it earlier.
That was a big nitpick, though.
Against what you say, then I'm
it
gonna
was
nitpick.
it was a big
bro,
nitpick.
Hold on. You're nitpicking and you're getting caught up on that nitpick. That doesn't
I'll
change
let
it
them
back.
people decide.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be the majority of fans, but he just told you. There's people here, there's other people you're talking to, they don't have a bias. You're nitpicking on the black.
We love both of y'all.
The point, the point that I was
all
trying.
my fans aren't white. How are you saying?
I never said
people?
no. I didn't say you were picking on black people. I said you're nitpicking on the word black. The word. Remember when I said you said black? You're nitpicking on that word.
I think when he said that, Ryan. Hold on, Screw. When he said that, Ryan, he was just using it as a euphemism. He wasn't saying that's literally what you're saying.
Yeah, if you throw away the word black, it doesn't change my point. Basically, that's just one word. That's just describes something. Okay, so this is what the initial thing was about.
But you
right?
can't put those words in a white boy's mouth that you're trying to make look.
And that's
As
fair.
the narrative.
And that's
You're
fair.
making the narrative.
That's fair,
no,
Screwface.
and that's
That's
why I
fair,
immediately
Screwface.
said, and that's why I immediately said, don't get caught up on the word black. I didn't mean to say the word black.
Okay.
I said it a lot. now.
Okay.
So,
Keep
so
going,
it's
keep going.
established he didn't mean to say the word black because that paints a bad picture of Ryan.
Yeah. That's not what I was trying to say.
As long as that's the case, because what we not gonna do here is we not gonna paint pictures of either one of y'all that's inaccurate. Period.
I already said
what I'm
that. I
saying?
don't think he's an actual.
All right, so finish your point. Go
racist.
ahead.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna play because he asked where it initially started. Why did I do the first one? And it's when they asked you about me here on this clip, and you said, "Isn't he that reactor that doesn't want
Yeah, put
white
your mic
guys?
to
Thinks
it.
there's too many black guys." Can you hear that?
Yeah, we can hear.
Good fucking answer. Who's that? I'll be real. You and this dude, Screwface. I actually follow Screwface. Screwface cool. We had him on the show a couple weeks ago, and he talked about he's a reaction guy. He does reactions, and I guess did you that guy that you did for Murphy? Yeah. Did he? Yes. That's new information to me. Oh, come on.
Right there. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
okay. That's literally almost exactly what I said. That's what I said.
But he never said
it's
black
true,
people.
though.
The only
What?
thing that wasn't in that sentence was the word black.
He
But-
never said. But
Yeah,
isn't
that's
that the
literally
guy
almost
who
verbatim
accuses
what I
me of?
just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you said something I didn't say, and you just showed everyone. But you showed something that you actually said.
No,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
somebody else.
All right,
did
so
somebody
he's
else get that?
basically saying you just tried to say by throwing the word the black guy, and I know we're reaching, but you just
Bro,
tried
why
to.
are we? But okay.
That's
but
not his
you
point.
guys-
I'm just making his argument.
I know,
That's all
I
I'm
know.
saying. That's
No,
all I'm saying.
I get his argument, but you guys understand that we have said that black thing, and he's getting caught up to the point now where it's like.
But he's
you're
associating
almost-
with this instance
Okay,
right
but
now
how-
in the diss
I know,
tracks
but-
that continued to go on.
But
That
I
was
am
just
saying that how can we go for how much more can I say? The word black person wasn't the pinnacle
no,
point
no,
of
no,
that.
no,
You
no.
were
I
saying,
know. But what
yeah, you were
Ryan
saying,
is saying,
isn't he the,
if you did it
yeah,
now live on this interview, you
Uh-huh.
did it 100 times more in the diss tracks.
That's what
You
I'm
took
saying.
Did
you took a
what?
little bit
Right,
of
more.
truth, because basically what you did was took a little bit of truth and then exploited it, right, in a different
No,
direction.
wait,
and he's
no,
saying,
no.
and I'm not choosing
This is what-
sides. I'm just saying
No,
what
I'm
I
not
just
saying- I never
witnessed.
said
Hold
you-
on, hey,
I
hold
never
on,
s-
Screw.
I never
Let
said
him
you were
let him
choosing
finish
sides.
his point, bro.
Yeah.
You did.
So basically, by you saying, I know we're keep talking about the black word, but by you just putting that word black, now it changes everything. It says Ryan says, "Oh, isn't it the black guy who's mad at my white fans and shit like that?"
Yeah, nah, that's fair.
Okay.
It,
He
make,
didn't
it
say
makes
that.
it
So
makes it
when-
more
but
intense.
Even though
when I-
he did say something
but when I-
similar to that, even though he did something
Okay.
similar to that, it could be misconstrued. So now,
Okay,
yes,
so listen,
he's
hold
got
on.
1 million fans, you got 150,000, but you still just spoke to 150,000 on your channel about a misconstrue, and that is his point that he's trying to make.
Whoa. Hold on. No. The misconstrue was what he just said now. My diss track is about this still. It doesn't, my diss track's not about him saying the black guy.
So in
My
your diss track is all facts, is what you were saying. Everything was a fact.
everything that I said. You're talking about the first one, right? Sunday
All your
School?
disses, all, I'm saying all.
Yeah, everything either I found it on Google or it's from the stuff that I found on his channel.
Ryan?
Like we
Wait,
initially
Ryan?
established.
Okay, let
Hold on.
Ryan talk.
Okay, here's the problem.
Okay.
KO,
Yes.
you just said he takes a small thing that's probably not even facts and blows it up and tries to make it look like facts, right?
A small
and you-
truth.
I mean,
then-
you
and then
literally
adds
did
to
that.
it.
Right. And Screw, you're saying that I'm flustered and stuff, correct?
You're clearly flustered. You could go walk back and watch this. That's not an opinion.
I think your people are flustered. Let me tell you why.
No.
Wait,
Yes,
let him
they
talk.
are.
Let him talk.
Let him
Okay,
talk. Let him talk.
Go ahead.
How's you, bro? Y'all's side got so mad at comedy bars and truth bars that were easily found by me that your fucking brother went down to your fucking spot and got online for 2 fucking days. You know what I was doing while I was playing with your brother because I knew it would make him mad because y'all are the same
Pause.
person? I was
Pause.
Let him
filming
talk, let him
music videos, bro. I released 2 music videos during this.
Wow.
Okay.
No, I'm not flustered, homie. And I don't hate
No.
you. I don't hate
no.
you at all. I don't
No,
hate
no.
black people. I don't hate any fucking body. You know who I hate? I hate fucking hateful people. I hate
Okay, so
hateful
let me talk
and
after this.
untruthful motherfuckers, and that's what
Okay.
you are. And I don't like you.
Okay. You just contradicted yourself literally. Like you literally said, I
Just
don't
because
hate
you're
you.
black
Then you
don't
just
mean I
said,
have to like you. I don't like you.
No. You
You
literally
are.
said.
Wait,
you literally just said, I
wait,
don't.
guys. We not
Hold
finna
on,
get to the
hold
venom.
on. Wait, now let me talk. You literally just said I don't hate you, then you went back and said I hate you, but that's fine. But what I'm saying is,
I don't like you.
okay, that's fine.
That's fair,
What
though.
I'm
That's
saying-
fair.
Okay, I don't like him either. That's fine. That doesn't mean anything. What I'm saying is that, what was the point? How does that show flustered? Because you said that we were flustered. I let you talk. So you said we were flustered because my brother made a song. Okay, so what are you
By myself.
if you made all these songs? Flustered, right?
No, by myself. Fighting all
But
y'all motherfuckers.
if your definition of flustered is somebody making a song, then are you or are you not flustered?
Look up the definition of flustered before you say that.
No. We're going off what you just said. You said
Okay.
my brother was flustered
Yes.
because he made a song. So,
Yes.
and you also said you weren't flustered, but you've made 4. So, how can those 2 things be true at the same time?
One of 4 who started all 4.
Okay, you're not answering my question.
All right, guys.
That is
Let's
the
let's
answer.
let's let's reel it back. Let's reel it back in.
Hold on. You guys keep interrupting when I talk because I'm like the calmest person here. I'm not.
Yeah,
Just let me finish my point. What I'm saying is that you were clearly flustered. That doesn't mean anything. Doesn't make you less of a man. Doesn't make you. There's something to make flustered. If it's something that you care about, then that's something to be flustered about, right? Now, my brother isn't flustered because he made a song about you. He made a song about you because you talked about him, because he did a reaction about him. Now you tend to make videos about people who don't like your things. So if you can make a video about them and that doesn't mean you're not flustered and you're totally cool and fine, then he's in the same boat as you making a song about you.
Yeah,
You
but
made the video first.
okay.
Come.
I mean, the thing is, the fact of the matter is, that's not the issue.
But you brought
like,
it up.
Like you're saying, I'm flushing.
Okay,
like,
so let's
my job to make
let's
fun of
boil it
people.
all the way. Hold on,
No,
guys.
you just brought up the first.
hold on.
Wait. What we not gonna do is this shit, all right? We came here to get this shit motherfucking squared away. And I let niggas talk. Wait, Screw. I let niggas talk, and I let niggas try to talk it out. But let me chaperone this conversation now. We need to get to a point where now, because this is a dub, ain't gonna be no more diss tracks after this shit.
No way.
We need to get to a point where, like, now
Absolutely not.
we're squashing this shit. So how do we get to where we can be cool after this?
Yeah.
Okay, let me talk first. Let me talk first.
Go ahead.
All right,
Go
Screw.
ahead. No. Upchurch,
Screw been talking all night. Upchurch, your turn.
I definitely have not been talking all
Hey,
night.
Screw, wait.
We got people sending us money to say stop.
Just off of
Be
the
quiet.
respect of my fucking producer right here behind the camera, like, let Upchurch talk. We gonna let Upchurch talk.
All right, Upchurch.
But you guys interrupted the last thing I said, but okay, go ahead. Go first.
I dig you, bro.
I see what you're
dig
doing,
you.
Screw.
ahead.
I see what you're doing.
Stop.
I
Can
don't-
we
I
not?
don't know what. Go ahead.
All right, what was your question?
How do we get to a place where we're cool now? We've hashed out all the grievances. We've said what we didn't like on both sides, and I think we're talking in a fucking circle here. So how do we get past this now?
How do we call it the end?
Now it's time to get to the end. We done did all 11 rounds. This is the 12th round. How do we get past this?
Yes.
You know how we get past it?
How do we get past it?
Oh, God.
Screw focuses on making real music.
That doesn't help at all, Ryan.
No. Calm down. Wait, y'all are like, I feel like he's being serious, and y'all are like not.
No,
like
he's
being
talented. I mean, he's fucking
being
talented.
serious. So let him talk. Like
He is.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
He's talented. He has an opportunity
He's definitely
to
talented.
make timeless songs, bro. When you don't go out here trying to battle rap all these people, your mind gets secluded to such a spot where you can get in touch with yourself and get in touch with what other humans are going to want to hear, and that's the only thing is it's just holding him back. Because look, bro, look what happens when I seclude myself. There's a song written for potheads that it will forever be played. It's timeless, but that came from me secluding myself, bro. Artist to artist, bro, you're wasting. I think you waste your time dissing these fucking people, bro. I think you waste time on going in here and trying to, do exactly what, and I'm not saying that to get under your skin, to do what you did in our situation. You know, you come at me and you're like, oh, well, whatever, that's in the past, whatever. But for that to go away, if you go look at both mine and your videos since the last time Joe Meteorite and Joe Dirt 2 and all that, if you go look, those were your highest numbers. And then everything else you did that was original were low numbers. When in my case, that was my low numbers, and my stuff that I wanted to do by myself was all the shit that went trending when I released Parachute. You have the same fucking potential. So I don't know why you came back wanting to pick at me when you could have wasted all that time making the best fucking Screwface John fucking album that ever fucking
you said it right. I like you said
I
it.
wanted
Okay.
to say it right because I respect you as an artist.
No, I
I'm
respect
only
that.
giving you
Wow.
the
And that's
advice
real.
that I think I can give.
No, y'all two, you let him talk. Yeah. So you got everything?
Wait,
I'm hearing
I have
what you're
one.
saying.
I have one question. Then Ryan. So Ryan, are you saying all
we're
this?
having a good.
Are you saying
Can I
all
just-
this? Wait. Are you saying all this because he could have just capitalized on his original music right at that point?
Bro, he
because
just
he's
said
fucking-
that.
Yeah, I'm just
he's
clarifying. Jeez. Yeah, he's good.
No,
okay.
I'm saying like I think every time y'all jump in, y'all you move us further away from where we're getting. So I'm saying what he just said there was genuine and was real. So
think
just
so.
let
Facts.
that singer, then let me
Factoid.
say what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
What I'm
Go ahead,
saying is
Screw.
that Upchurch, this is what happened, right? You are right? Once you start getting into the zone of where you battle people start wanting to battle you. It just happens. I'm seeing it, right? And I'm sure, I don't know if you pay attention, but everybody and their mama wants to have a screw face. Okay,
I
so
know.
yeah, and you're right. It gets you into a portal that you don't want to get yourself in. But here's what I'm saying, though. one thing that you said that wasn't correct was the diss tracks that I did about you at the time were my biggest, but they're not even my biggest songs after, before, in the middle. They're just at that time. If you can go to my music folder and just look. That's just facts.
It's the fifth biggest video.
Yes, but okay. I think it's what I'd have to look at it. But what I'm saying is
Dax is number this is number one, and then your Eminem reaction to his beef is number 3.
No, I'm talking about music. Reactions I have. If you're gonna throw reactions, then it would be a bunch of music wise.
I was talking about your views.
Okay, no, music wise, I'm just talking music.
Yeah.
I have bigger songs than that, but the ones that get the most notoriety, because you're very big, bro. Like, so when you say something, obviously it's gonna get the most notoriety. You gotta get that you got 1.6 million subscribers. And I don't know if you do this, I can't speak for you, but I tend to do this too, because you start getting like not complacent, where you don't realize exactly what that number may mean. So even me and you having a conversation is probably gonna be one of my biggest videos until I just get more subscribers. Now here's what I'm saying about my music thing. I actually do a lot of original music. It's just always the battle stuff that gets the more attention, because it's, you know how drama be. People love drama, and that's what they gravitate towards. But I have a song with 700,000 streams, 600,000. My second biggest song is original. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I don't
Congrats on that.
Yeah, thank you. And I don't want to be this battle person. But what I'm saying is with you, bro, like I don't take a lot of stuff, because even right there, like when you start bringing up my brother, I wanted to get mad, but I chilled out because I wanted to get to an actual, end of this shit. But what I'm saying is that you're right, bro, with the dissing shit. You're right, but you have to also. I've taken a lot of. Can you admit that I've taken responsibility for doing that shit? Will get you probably not always the greatest results you want. You're right in that. I could take that, but you also have to take that. There may be some things in the way that you come off that maybe somebody who's not educated to you right away, or who may not want to get educated to you, that might have them thinking the things that I thought originally about you. Bro, I learned about you through this beef.
Can I ask you one thing?
Through the beef.
What is it about me that made you think that I was those things that you wrote?
Okay, this is exactly why. It wasn't a reach. It wasn't just because you're white. It was because you have a very nothing I'm saying is to be offensive. Sometimes I have bad thinking words, but let me just say, I'm just being blunt. You have like a look, right, that already kind of will put, not put people off, because you look like you could do hip hop and shit, you got tattoos, whatever. But what I'm saying is, like, to certain people like me, you might look kind of, because there's people like you in my life before that have treated me a certain way that maybe that you remind me of, that have treated me or look like that, talk like that, have treated me a certain way that made me think that they're racist all of a sudden, right away. And then some people think the Confederate flag, I don't. I already know. The Confederate flag thing is a symbol of racism. That's what they think. So it's a compilation of things. It's not one thing. And then when I saw that the nigger video, that's when I was like, because you got to understand that's that's a divisive word, right? So we can have arguments for 2 weeks about what's right, what's wrong, who should feel, who shouldn't, but until the world gets into a better place with that, and I know that that's what we all want, but until then, you got to understand there's going to be people who hear that and are going to be triggered, because people have heard that while they're getting beat up by white people. People have heard that while they're getting chased. So just like I wouldn't get offended, like if you said, bro, and don't get offended I say this, if you said, bro, call me a redneck or a hillbilly, I take offense to that. I would get it. I can't say, bro, it's just a word, get over it. You know what I'm saying? I would get it. I would understand that maybe something in your life is happening.
Okay, Church, what you got to say?
Okay, if that's the way that you truly think, then why would you add to the way you don't want people to think?
It wasn't me adding. I didn't look at it as me adding. I looked at it as me addressing. What I looked at it as, no matter how big you happen to be, right, I stand for that. So we're basically looking at the same thing on opposite sides. So I stand, like, I care so much about my race. I care about everybody, but I care so much about that word and how it hurts my race that I was like, I'm not scared, basically. That's what I was doing. Like, I don't care if this is the biggest dude, if he is the biggest dude I've gone against. I don't care if his fan base is going to come in and da-da-da. I'm going to go against that because that's how I feel about it. But you're feeling, and you got to, and I know that it's going to be hard to understand, but I grew
Yikes. Back to the I think Scru likes listening to himself talk thing.
up with people. Trust me, I've had this conversation a million times. I've had this conversation with other people who on your side, my side, same thing. I get it. But what I'm saying is, in the battle, if you notice throughout the battle, I didn't say like, and he said racist shit, and he said racist shit. Because I learned about you through the battles, just like I'm sure that you learned more about me through the battle. You probably didn't know who I was before that shit, I'm assuming.
I don't, and now we're on like a good talking level. Like we're not like, oh, you know, whatever.
I love this, by the way.
I don't, and I can't believe you because you used some of the same bars in the first one that you did in the last one. So that shows like no growth.
No. It's not, okay. I didn't use and this is the thing about like I'm trying to choose my words to try to figure out, because sometimes if you say certain things,
nah, don't worry about it, bro. Ain't nobody gonna get butt hurt.
Okay, so you got to understand that I know that though you might like battle rap and hip hop, you got to understand like, bro, like I really in it. When it comes to like the race stuff, like where the saying the stuff at the end, I didn't say as much, but when it comes in a battle with like me and you don't even got to take my word for this. Matter of fact, don't take my word for this. Ask, like, I'm sure you have connections to people who, or if you reach out to someone battle rap, ask them, like, or watch the movie, was it Belly or Buried or whatever, the Eminem battle movie. That's going to come up in a battle. You know what I'm saying? It's not me. If you notice that the way I was using it in Sunday school was me more. Sunday school was more somebody thinking he was somebody who was battling a racist, right? The last one was more just like lyrical and more like with some like, okay, I'm battling a white guy, so that's what's going to happen. It's the same thing with, just like you could take offense to certain things and say that that's the race thing, I can take certain offense to certain things and say that's a race thing, but that's not what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Not really, but I hear you out. I hear you.
Basically, what I'm saying is that on either side, there's things that could be taken, because people could say that, and that's why I said reading the lyrics there's no point, because either side there's ways that could be taken like, well, you meant that when you said that, then I could be like, no, I meant to like this because this, and then we could do that back and forth because we can't fully know the intention. What I am saying, just listen to me now, here, as talking to you. Right. I don't think you're racist because you're how adamant you are to show you're not. But what I do think is sometimes that you may do things that people consider racist and not understand that some people may consider that racist, not everybody.
Can I have one example? Can I just have one?
It was just the stuff that I was saying before. Like
give me just one more.
Okay, the N-word joke, the Confederate flag, a lot of it is going to come more, it's going to sound like more compilation. So it's going to be like more like the genre that you're in, the crowd that you attract, and I'm not, that's not an insult. That's not an insult.
Like the whole genre thing, that's what I don't understand either, because I'm in like,
hold on, I'm not trying to hang up. I'm getting a call. No. Genre means that, yeah, you're in 4, but most, like, even when you Wikipedia or Google, it says like country rapper. It says that. Even if that's just, you got to understand, like, most people aren't going to have the chance to have this dialogue with you like I'm having. So they're just going to go off of the shit that they see when they Google your name and shit. So,
and that's facts, because me as a friend of you, it took for me to have a conversation with you for me to be like, oh, okay, he's not this type of person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why I think you don't understand that there is. And I know because the way that you grew up, there's certain things you didn't even have to look at a certain way because you didn't, you know what I'm saying? And that's where that whatever can happen.
Misunderstanding.
You know what I'm saying? Misunderstanding, thank you, can happen. But where the misunderstanding ends is what we both can agree.
Yes.
That we came from different places and we see certain things differently, right? But we know that as long as there's not malice intended in what we're doing, then we're not that. So if there's not malice in you saying the N-word, there's not malice in that this is a joke, but that's what other people have to understand.
All of that
comes
with understanding, because like you guys are going through the exact same thing that me and KO go through daily. It's like he's from a completely different side of the spectrum than I am. So we have to meet in the middle a lot of times. We're like, okay, this makes me feel uncomfortable. Okay, boom, this makes me feel uncomfortable. And we meet in the middle. Here's the only problem
with that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Here's the only problem with that. You're forcing someone that has no former past of being like that into defending themselves against it for absolutely no reason.
No,
but here's the reason why. Here's the reason why, Upchurch. No, I see what you're saying, because it's not fair. Because but what you're also asking is you're asking people to know your intention in your heart. But that's because you even do that, right? There's been times where probably you get mad at people because you don't know their intention in their heart. You have to understand that if you know something is true, right, and you know it 100% is true, it doesn't necessarily mean your neighbor does. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that him just seeing it. So when you say the N-word, in your heart of all hearts, right, you're not trying to be offensive. Boom. That doesn't mean that a random person who watches that without
okay, so facts. It's the same way, Ryan. I can explain it in an analogy better. So, like, it's just like, it's mad people out here that believe that the world is flat. Mm-hmm. Just because that's how you think doesn't mean that the next person is going to feel the exact same way and understand your thinking about it. You dig
but that's something that we already know, though.
Yeah, no, that's a bad example. It's just opinion stuff, basically. It's an
opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's stuff that you can't.
Wait, hold on, wait. What'd you say, KO?
The world's flat,
bro. Anyways, so
that
was a point. That proved the point. That proved the point.
Would you feel a certain way? The world is flat.
So what I'm saying is you don't
look at your face.
Don't know what's in the next person's heart. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So you could at least acknowledge that, right? You don't know, you're not psychic. Not everybody's psychic. So you just have to know that when you say certain things, it's going to make certain people feel stuff because of their past experience. Well, and the reason why you don't feel that way is because of your past experience. It's that simple.
I'm not gonna. What I'm thinking about is right now. I get all that other stuff, but. Mm-hmm. You have to have a reason to defend yourself, like.
But the N-word is
a predicament first.
I know, but the N-word is that. Okay, let me give you a metaphor, right? So, to certain people, the N-word is that predicament. To you, it's not. So, for instance, there might what it takes you to fist fight and what it takes me to fist fight may be two separate things, right? But a random person coming up to either of us doesn't know that. So if they do the same thing to us, it might not incite the same reaction. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you know that, and just respect that, that's how you can further on, because you can never know what you can't control what the next person is going to feel if you say like the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Make a joke of that. You just got to know that I know that I don't feel this way about it, that I'm not trying to mean it this way, but I understand the optics. To somebody who doesn't know me, they might take it a certain way. And you understand that. Just like if the optics, if I said something about you and you didn't know me completely, you might take it a certain way.
You know why I never rapped about you being racist? Because I know you're not racist.
That's splitting hairs a little bit. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one, but
okay. First off, okay, if y'all can see this, hang on. I'm hoping y'all can. Look at his face, he mad. Look at his face, he mad. Look at his face, he shocked. He just basically admitted he was racist. Secretly.
There's things in there that was I'm just not trying to reignite an argument about like the lyrics of the song or anything.
No, we don't need to go that route.
What I'm saying is that with some of the things you were said in there, and I'm not the only person to say it, there's insinuate. Some people can be like, yo, you are insinuating he's racist in some of the stuff. Even if you, and that might be another example of you saying something.
Can I please have one bar?
Just
one example, only one.
Man, I would have to. You know how? Let me go to Rap Genius. I'll bring it up. It's something like the SJW bringing race, something into it, da 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 type stuff like that. I don't know the exact bar exactly. I don't know what exact song it is, but that's kind of besides the point. But I'll look for it. I guess I'll look through all of them. But I'll say just that basically it boils down to you can't, like, I don't know the intention of your
Oh, he's talking about the bar where he said SJW with the racist shit. It's facts.
heart in certain things, right? Like, you didn't mean to be racist with the things that I saw that I interpreted racist. I took them racist because of exactly. But the reason why I genuinely thought you were is because I fully didn't know who you were. And any other time that those red flags have been brought in my life, it's meant something else. It wasn't. Usually when those things are brought up in my life, or the life of the average person who takes offense to that, it's not a joke. It's not a jokey person. So some people just don't, because some people can sit and take your mom jokes. Like some people like have tough skin enough to take your mama jokes, and some people don't. Some people don't hear one and they'll blast on you because that's what it does. But it's just whether or not your skin is thicker, and that it's just, we can sit here and make fun of, oh, your skin's not thick, but that's just how they are. And until we get to a point where everybody's skin is that thick, I guess that's where it is. But what it boils down to is you're not racist. I know that. What I'm saying, I'm not racist either. I don't think, and I think another thing that I didn't mean to, I'm not saying that you're not a rapper, bro. What I was saying is that you are not, and this is not offense. Please don't take offense because we're in a good thing. Don't get
bro,
mad.
I don't take offense on nothing, bro. I'm a YouTuber.
Okay, so what I was saying is, to the people around me, basically, they wouldn't have considered that rap. Basically, and another reason why I think is because I didn't think you took rap as serious as you took everything else. Because to me, and this is just my ear, I felt like your other music was so much better than your rap music that I felt like you put more into that, and that was more like your lane. So I was like, on my side, that's exactly what I said in the live. I don't get like props in like the battle rap world, like you killed, because they're gonna say he's not a rapper or some shit. I'm not saying you're not. Don't take that like me now saying that.
No, I'm not taking it any way, but you do know that 90% of my entire career is rap.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. I didn't say majority. I was saying quality, not quantity. I'm saying that the quality of your country music, I don't even listen to country music, bro. And I've heard some of your music that's like that, and I've listened to it. I think, and that's just, everything's subjective. This is me saying it. But I felt like you were more of a country because that's more of what you put your effort in. What I felt, obviously I can't say what's in your heart and what you put your effort into, where your best foot, basically. Mm-hmm. So where Chris Brown raps too, but people call him a singer. Now in his heart, he might be like, man, fuck that, I'm a rapper. But people will consider him like a singer. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to be taken offensively. But most people won't have the conversation like me and you are having right now call Chris Brown and talk to him. And then, because after you have the conversation, then you can know.
That's one thing I could definitely respect about both of y'all. You guys,
that's real fuck. That's
you guys as men
this never
are
been done
literally
before.
like sitting and talking about this as grown ass men and discussing your differences and not bringing it to curses or insults. Y'all dead ass trying to understand each other, and I respect
Ryan, since you got that paper, real quick, since you had that paper, did you accumulate all the views from all the diss tracks combined together?
No,
because I'm making well, it had to be in the millions, right? All the views together with all the diss tracks.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So think about it. Millions of people have been put onto you guys, watching and understanding. I think what you did for I don't want to say the genre because it's two different genres, but for independent
for music, period.
For music, period.
Look, we could just say YouTube, bro. We
okay, for YouTube. Okay, yeah.
We all...
For YouTube, what you guys done, it's like at such a high level. Then to do this and kind of almost, I'm hoping we're at a point where it's let's piece it out. You know what I'm saying?
No,
and just understand.
That's cool as fuck.
And I'm interested to see what happens next.
Facts, because at the end of the day, most of this shit was fucking rap, dog. Like all of this shit boils down to just bars. And both of you guys are respected in each other's fan bases as lyricists, and that is a plus for everybody.
Yes.
Factoid. So wrapping this up. First, I want to thank. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me say my.
Okay.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, I think it's super cool of I'm talking to you directly, Church. Super cool to call and do this voice thing. The way it started was a little wonky, but it at the end of the day,
sometimes it gotta get ugly to get pretty.
Yes.
Yeah, no. At the end of the day, I let him. We did whatever we wanted, whatever. I let him get his stuff off. I appreciate you for doing this. You definitely didn't have to. But it's cool because at first I thought you didn't even. I was like, oh, are we just doing this to have like another battle? But then now talking to you, it's like you're really trying to have a conversation, and that's respectable. That's commendable. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, facts.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you did something that is rap. So whether or not you get offended at how I look at your rap take, that can't be taken away.
Yeah, facts.
And that's from someone who's just strictly rap, whether my opinion matters or not.
Because
whether
I think
or not, that's what I'm saying.
I
don't
think
have
a
any
lot of
problem
the
with you.
fans. I think a lot of the fans, bro, have seen different sides of both of you.
Hell yeah.
You dig? Because I've been a fan of both of y'all even before the interviews and shit like that. So I'm seeing definitely a different side of Church that I've never seen before. Nah, bro, I ain't never seen you go at somebody like this.
Oh,
No, not that.
I ain't never seen you go at somebody like this.
Well, not that. No, I haven't seen somebody be able to have a conversation afterwards and try to actually get.
You
to
dig what I'm
understand.
saying? And even before that, if you
because
go
I've been in
look
a lot
at
of
Ryan
battles,
Upchurch's
man.
career, he's not career-wise just battling people as far as lyrics go.
Yeah.
You dig
And that's
what I'm saying?
And that's what at the end of the day was why I knew it was an actual rap thing and why he felt like offended through rap shit. So I get it, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there is no problem that I have. Excuse me. With Upchurch, especially after all of this shit, I literally don't have anything else to say about him lyrically. Like I said, I don't know anything of you besides this. But now that I've talked to you, I feel like I know a little bit more of you, and I think it's cool, man. There's really I don't know how else I could say that. It's dope that we had this conversation. I hope that you have more clarity with me.
Yeah.
With this shit, because
I really feel like at the end of this conversation, bro, what I'm getting from both of y'all is the fact that
I want to know if he has more clarity. I want to know if is there more clarity, or do you still feel some sort of thing towards me or something that I said that needs to be cleared or anything like that before I get off the phone?
Here's the thing. I don't have a personal problem with you because I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
By looking at your stuff, I would not think that you would have came out the gate saying the things you did to me, which was an assumption. And the thing is everything that has summed up that we've talked about up to now is the same exact thing that I was trying to talk about earlier, because we can't just go making assumptions to people. That's why if you go look at the stuff I've said in the past, I've always made sure I've included absolutely everyone and not excluded anyone whatsoever, because when we water that hate plant, the hate plant will grow. And if it grows, it leaves seeds, which are the people that watch us. And those grow more trees and more trees.
Yeah, this grew a lot of hate. There's a lot of, that was one thing that was bad about it. There's a lot of hate between both fan bases, which is bad.
It gave a lot of motherfuckers excuses to fucking express their hate out loud.
Right.
Yeah.
But the people attached to both of us, we don't have control over those hateful people. They're just hateful people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
We kind of have a little bit of sway, but not like, we obviously can't.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you can't. Yeah,
heart.
you can't remove the hate from someone's heart. You dig what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is where you got me misconstrued a little bit is that, do you see where the assumptions was to come? Because it's not fully an assumption. Do you see where that's what I'm saying is, like, I think that's the one point you're still kind of missing, is where some people will feel racist vibes, not that you are, from the things that they saw. And they're justified by seeing that, not because it's true, but because what they've experienced in their lives. You know what I'm saying?
I think what he's trying to say is you can't tell someone how to feel about shit that you say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You basically just can't. Yeah.
Because, nigga, me being a roast and review guy, all the time I get people who feel a way about the shit that I tell them about their music. And, like, you can't get mad. I can't get mad at them for how they feel about it.
But who's getting
And
mad?
if you
That's
don't,
what I understand.
and if you don't, and Ryan, if you don't want to like ever water the hate tree, some people, I'm just telling you, it doesn't mean it's right or wrong. Some people look at just that word in itself as watering the hate tree. That's just
and
how
they
they look at it.
automatically associate it with racism, even though that's not even the case.
So it gets their mind, it puts up their guard. So now you're never gonna have like a full, conversation with them. I'm
gonna make this as easy as possible because we still got probably about 20 minutes left. But let me say this real quick. We going in. Again.
In the right way, because now they feel offended. It's just like if this, I'm sure there's certain things that's happened to you in your life personally that if someone said, and I know you're probably like, no, there's not, but we're all human beings. If they said to you, you're going to take offense to it, right? And they might not understand why you took it, but it's because something happened to you. You have every right to feel that way because that's your truth. You're living your truth. But I wasn't saying that. Nothing that I said in my first song was a lie from what I thought, from what I saw, from the feelings that I got from the things that you said. The only way that I could figure out that if it's a lie is a conversation with you. Mm-hmm. So then I would know what's in your heart. Otherwise, I can't know what's in your heart.
Well, now you know.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, but that's what's wrong with the society we live in. Like, I'm not gonna come over to you and be like, oh yeah, yada yada, Black Panthers, yada yada, whatever the fuck else black racist shit there is out there. I don't fucking know. I don't go looking for it. But if I would have came at you like that, I would never want to paint a picture of somebody else who is living in somewhere. I don't know where the fuck they live. I don't know if you live in the hood, the country, a cornfield, the city. I don't.
But I'm saying, when you, I get what you're saying, but like I said, if you still can't make that other person feel the way that you feel or react the way that you would react in that situation. So whether or not whether or not like I'm like a racist person, you could have done that. Or whether or not you said this, that, and the third, you could have done that. It would be until if there's something that you saw from me that made you feel a type of way about me, you would say that like you did. And until you had a conversation, it's just how rumors work and gossip. Until you have a conversation with the person, then it's really just people saying things. Or your interpretation of something. It's just a rumor until you have the conversation with the person. You're big. I'm sure you know a lot about rumors. So until someone has a conversation with you, then they don't fully know the truth. And this is why I said that that's dope of you, because clearly you're trying to show the world that even though you may have certain things that may look like that may come off with something, that you're not that. That's the point.
Yeah, and I respect that.
I totally get that. If there is somebody looking for clarity, but I don't understand why it's trying to, like, y'all are trying to make me look like I'm looking to not look.
No. Nobody's trying to make you. I'm saying that there's things that you have already done that are out in the world that if somebody stumbles upon them, they may feel a certain type of way.
Because
and
we
they
as
may not
people
have the luxury of talking to you like this.
We as people, we grow. You dig what I'm saying? And I know a lot of the shit that I've done, like, bro, I'm a comedian. You dig what I'm saying? I say a lot of offensive shit all the fucking time.
All the time.
You dig what I'm saying? But once I learned that, okay, this group of people feels this way about the shit that I'm saying, it's on me to make the decision whether I'm going to offend them or not.
Correct. And you don't have to change, bro. You don't have to.
It's up this to is you. Just the facts
it's
of
just
people are going to feel away.
Some people are just going to take it. I just think that's what I'm saying is that you just, as long as you understand that that's all I'm trying to put. I'm not saying you're racist. I'm not saying these things, but do understand that some people are going to take, some people don't look at it like I do, right? Some people are going to take that just racist and not have anywhere to ever sway.
Yeah, no understanding about it. You did, and that's ignorance. That's ignorance of them. But at the end of the day, there are ignorant people in the fucking world.
And some people may look at like white people saying, that's what I'm saying, it's all in the eye of the beholder.
Because if you think about it, I say nigga like 200 times per show. There are people out there that look at me like, oh, well, you're racist too. That's not a thing. But at the end of the day, I have to respect how they feel about it.
And we're not even here to argue that, like, what is racist. I was just saying to Upchurch that there are certain things that he's done that certain people may take as racist, and if he doesn't want to feed the seeds or whatever, this may come up again, where someone might say, "Hey, I saw this clip, and you said X, Y, Z," and then he'll probably may fully understand, like, okay, that's what Scru was saying, that I don't have hate in my heart, but people don't know that because they don't know me until they get to know me.
People think I'm a fucking dickhead that only got jokes, but if they meet me in real life, I'm quiet as shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like from this conversation, we have definitely got somewhere.
Definitely.
You did what I'm saying? If not all the way to the destination, we definitely are on the road to understanding each other. And I appreciate.
No, I respect it. That's what I told. What I told him. I said the only way I would do this is, I was like, man, if Upchurch is down to do it, I'll do it. Otherwise, there's literally no point. I don't want to get on here and just talk about these diss tracks, reviews, and shit.
Right.
And then I didn't think you would do it. I really didn't think. I would just be like, I just basically said, just F it, you know. And then when he said you were down, I was like, oh, okay, whoa, that's really cool.
Nah,
so
Church the homie.
It's respectable, bro. No, it's respect. It's not even homie shit, because I know that there would be homies who might not want to even do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's
not even a homie. That's some real shit. And I'm getting texts and people being like, da. So
I'm gonna be honest too, Church and Screwface. How you look at it, this was history tonight.
Facts.
If you think about it, everything that went down, you can never say this ever happened before, ever.
And on top of the fact, y'all were adults and y'all were two grown ass men.
We weren't sure that was gonna
dead
go.
Ass sat here on the fucking video chat for an hour and plus and had a real conversation. That's not some shit that happened every day, and that's something that you guys need to be proud of.
For jumping out and getting on the mic, man. That's what I also respect.
Yeah,
for,
that's dope.
Yeah, not for
maybe not the amount of times I'm playing, but I'm saying for the fact that he, no matter how, if he's on some pedestal, he came down and he got on the mic. So that's why I said that, and that's why I said in my diss tracks, I was like, bro, I gained more respect for you through this because of that.
So Screw and Church.
Absolutely.
I got one question for total, so we can wrap this up. Are we at the end?
There's gonna be some
I need both. Are we at the end with everything that's going on? It started here, and we wanted to end it here. Are we at the end?
I got one question to Upchurch.
Here it goes.
And be super
If
real
he
with
asked
me,
who won, I will lose my shit.
I'm a walk off.
I will lose my shit. All right, Screw, what's your question? But then you got to let him answer it in full detail.
Of course.
Okay.
Just be honest. It's over. We're not even going to bring it back up. Be honest with me, B.
Don't do it.
When they brought up Screwface and you said...
Who?
You...
Okay, we're laughing. We're making progress, though. We're making progress.
In the original one, did you think... Because you said later on said, oh, I thought they were talking about Spaz.
Yeah.
Did you really thought that even though they said my name?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's honesty.
Oh, hold on. Let him sit in it for a second. Let's see how, for real?
Wow, this is real.
All right, okay. Cool, all right. I'm going to just take your word for it. Fuck it. I mean, it's like, if that's what it was,
look how
then
many
it was a
people come at
misunderstanding.
you a day. How many people you think come at me a day? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not being
What
a
you
dick.
mean?
Like, you know how you forget people? Like, sometimes you be like, oh, fuck.
So many people.
Yeah. So
I understand how that is.
But why is
in
it?
one day?
So, but why is it that you said the thing? Because that was the thing that people were saying that I said, and that's another thing. Because like you helped push that narrative too. That was another. Because when you said, isn't the person that said that he does like the clip that we just played? Because you said that you said that in there. So that's why I thought you were talking about me. Because they said Screwface, and you go, isn't that the dude who said he don't want? Unless Spaz said that too. I didn't.
Oh, Spaz? Yeah, go watch Spaz's shit.
We didn't even watch Spaz and shit.
Okay, so what I'm saying to you,
know what I'm saying. Them two on the show have seen it. They know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. That shit was wild.
So then what I'm saying is, you do see how I took that though. Like, I just want you to know that, like, fuck the fan base, but this is Ryan talking to Daryl. You saw how I could take that, like, thought you were talking about me though, right? Because they said my name, and then you said that. So you're not confused about that, right? Yeah, but you saw how I could see that, thought you were saying, like, oh, you were talking about me, right? Because they said Screwface.
Oh, I didn't hear him
right?
say Screwface.
Okay, but do you see, you don't think that, because I don't know if you said this, but some of your fans were telling me that you said, like, I basically made that up. Like, I was, like, trying to clout chase, but you saw that.
No, there was nothing for you to make up.
Okay, I think this is where we're a part of the miscommunication.
So that's why I didn't understand why it started like that.
KO started.
This is a huge misunderstanding.
Oh yeah,
bro.
that's literally all this is. Let me fucking believe him. Let me spray the person. Let me spray the.
That though.
Now listen.
You already said that.
That's what I'm saying. KO preferenced the conference when you asked who.
Hold on. But that's why I said, let me ask you now, because I didn't care what Roasting Review said. I wanted to talk to you and look in your eyes, and I'm taking your word for it now. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they said it, but I still had to ask you because I didn't fully believe it. Like, I was like, how could he not know? But it's just like, I'm that type of person. I need to see, like, I'll ask you man to man, like, yo, did you mean that?
Yeah,
that
but
way for real?
Like hella credible though.
We are.
I know, but they're not as credible as the man himself. You always want to get it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, but I'm just one guy though. That's two guys, and from separate sectors.
Look, Ryan, what he's saying, Ryan, what he's saying is when KO started the conversation, and I'm throwing him under the bus. KO said, "I'm gonna stir the pot a little bit. I heard Screwface eats ass, and his name got inserted into it. So when you said who, it looked like shade. When really you dead ass didn't know.
I said who's that?
Yeah, you said who's that?
Yeah, but that looked like shade.
It looked like shade.
And then the stuff you said after looked like, that's irrelevant, you know, that kind of stuff.
Because the spaz nigga said similar shit. Right. He thought you were talking about him.
You're making fun of me through the whole thing because they're asking you about me. That's what I'm saying. That's why I had to tell you in person or on the phone. Like, that's I wasn't reaching. I wasn't clout chasing. I genuinely thought you were insulting me for basic, like, and to me, it seemed like I never got the chance. I messaged you. I never got the chance. Like, this is my first time ever talking to you. I messaged you before.
This was the whole point.
You read it, and you never responded.
This was the whole point.
This was the whole point for y'all to talk about it.
This is amazing.
But no, hold on.
Shit.
If that's the case, then I don't understand the initial songs still don't make sense if that's the case.
Why not?
The initial
wait,
song
Screw. Why doesn't it make sense?
Explain that then.
Because I said, who is that?
That sounds like shade. That's like if some listen. Hold on. Wait, let me explain it. It'll sound different coming from me. Church, what he's saying is, I hate you. What he's saying is, when we brought his name up, he instantly, the conversation's about him now, right? So when he thinks that you throwing shade, he responds. So from him responding, he goes and does research about who Ryan Upchurch is. And that's where he came with the Dylan Roof shit and all of the fucking Trump supporter shit. It all came from retaliation. It wasn't like a preemptive strike on you.
Yeah,
Church,
like,
wait,
I thought you shit on me.
Church,
so he was trying to shit back.
Church, if Kid Rock called you right now and said, Roast and Review, KO wants to interview me, and you said, who's that? And I heard that, I would be like,
we taking that as shade.
I'm taking that
but
like,
I know you who are. Like, I know,
But do you see the point though,
But
Ryan?
do you see where I'm
we're saying I'm saying that we get that you got misconstrued, but I'm asking you, do you see?
Okay, so look, hold on, Screw. And so if we was talking to Eminem, we had Eminem on the line, and we was like, hey, fucking Ryan Upchurch loves you, and Eminem was like, who? That feels kind of shady. Wouldn't you be like,
oh, man.
But that's not the only thing. Wait, hold on. But that's, I know, and we're getting caught up, on just the who. That wasn't the only thing said.
Yeah, It also, we also went into it, and you, because of Spaz said some similar shit to Screwface. So we mentioned the
You
shit
said it-
that Screwface said, and you equated it to spaz, and that's what it.
And you said he said I was like irrelevant or didn't matter. Or,
right,
But he
because
wasn't talking
because
about you.
spaz doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Not Screwface.
So that's what I'm saying. I take that. So that's shade. Like most people want to take that as
yeah,
shade.
yeah,
just
it
to call
feels
them
like
brothers,
shade,
don't
but
matter.
you wasn't even
Shoulder Boy is irrelevant.
talking about him,
that's
so
what
it
I
wasn't
thought.
shade.
So that's where we got off to that.
Awesome.
Basically,
All right. So,
It's all a misunderstanding, bro.
yeah,
you feel me?
so now it is
But you feel me
officially
though.
the end.
Regardless to what you feel me though, right?
I
though,
feel
Ryan?
you.
Do you feel me?
Here's what I feel. I'm not trying
Okay.
to keep the show going on and on.
No, please,
Okay.
nigga, you.
This is just, it's so funny because I'm here
Mm-hmm.
having to. I don't have to. I'm doing it because I like KO and Stallion. But
Thank you.
Who?
it's funny that it's trying to now. It's like, oh, you know where you got misconstrued. No. It's not where I didn't get misconstrued.
No, you said yourself you got
No,
misconstrued.
no,
because
no,
you're
but
talking
Ryan,
about- Hold on.
that's not throwing shade to you, bro. That's not a strike on you.
Yeah, we're not saying you got misconstrued. You said you got misconstrued because you said that you thought you were talking about spaz when they asked about me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the misconstrued.
But that was in my interview with them.
Yeah. What is that?
I mean,
Yeah.
what does that have to do with all the other shit, though?
That's
I'm
what I'm
confused
saying.
on what you-
All I'm saying is
look,
I'm confused on what
because of the interview with us, Upchurch, he felt like you were talking about him in a disrespectful way. When in reality, you literally weren't even talking about him. You had
You were talking
no
about
idea.
somebody else. You're saying you're talking about somebody else in a disrespectful way.
And because
But
we
when they
brought his
asked
name
me-
up, you thought that it was you because we brought his
Remember
name
you
up.
said you were
He
going
thought
against so
that it
many
was
people?
us. Yeah.
You said you got so many people going at you. You misconstrued the name.
Facts.
You were trying to shade somebody else, and then shading me is essentially what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
If I leave this show today, right now, and I get off here, and somebody who is black says they don't like me, and I go over here and say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna write the most racist shit I can about them because
Don't do
he
that.
said cracker.
If they're a rapper
What
and
does
you
that
did
mean
that,
about
I mean, if you were a rapper, is the other person a rapper or is it just some regular civilian?
If it's a regular
rapper?
person, it's a different thing.
Another rapper.
Yeah, if it's a rapper.
If it's another rapper, that's what battle rap's supposed to be.
Hold on. If a rapper if you felt like you're being shaded by like a rapper or something, then you can go do and say whatever you want. You just have to deal with, whatever comes with that. Nobody's gonna tell you what you
I'm
can and
cut
can't
from a
say.
different cloth than that, bro. I don't think this interview, this roasting review, I don't think it's ever. We're not gonna get to the end of it because
No, it's not like the end where we're gonna see the exact same point because we've already know that we come from
Two completely different
big
worlds.
differences. But all I was saying was that as long as we can understand that and just respect that, it's not that. That's why I asked. I had to ask you personally, like, bro, the reason why I did that initial one was not no clout chasing, no reaching stuff. It was because I genuinely felt like you shaded me, and I thought that was messed up, and I thought it was random.
why would you care about somebody you don't know shading you?
Because you're
Because you're a big
Upchurch.
rapper. You're a big rapper, bro. You got to understand that. Like, that
Big
means
numbers,
a lot.
right?
Just like you said that you can sway a lot, I can sway people, bro. You can too. So when you say something negative about somebody, it has a negative effect.
But I didn't, though. That's the problem.
But
That's-
everybody thought you did.
Yeah,
because
that's
they
the
asked you
point.
and you said that.
We
But
understand
that's
that you
not my
didn't.
problem.
Facts.
Okay, but I know, but you asked me the question. I was just answering.
It wasn't to give it a remedy why. It was just to let you know what happened and why it happened.
I'm not saying
that's
that
nobody's
you're
fault.
stupid. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that you're stupid or anything like that, bro. I'm
I know
saying
I'm
that
not,
that's
bro.
why that happened. I know. So I'm saying that that's why that happened. I'm not trying to like give you something to erase the thing that happened, but I'm saying that's why I did that because
Yeah.
they asked you about me and you said that and I went there. That's why. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
I
just
don't
randomly
think I don't
decided
think that.
to shit on Upchurch.
Yeah, I don't think that it was. I don't think that what he's saying, Ryan, is any indictment on you at all. It was just a misunderstanding. That's all it was. A
It's an
misunderstanding.
indictment on me. I'm saying that I misunderstood you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, it was literally just
That's
this
all I'm
whole
saying.
shit was a misunderstanding. But I appreciate the goddamn 4 songs from both of y'all, goddamn it, for the misunderstanding.
That was really good for the fans.
For real.
No, like I said, I fuck with Upchurch country music, and I wouldn't lie about that during the battle or anything like that. Like that's
we can never
something I
say
give them
Upchurch
super
ain't
props about.
cold. Upchurch is definitely cold. We can never
So
say
I rock with
Screwface
that.
ain't cold because Screwface is cold as hell. You did what I'm
And
saying.
I rock with that, bro, and I rock with the fact that you even had the phone call. And like you said, we're probably never gonna see everything eye to eye. That's the beauty of the world, though. But as long as that's not something that causes us to like fight or like we don't need to, just like you said.
We need more unity, dog. You did what I'm saying. You two both come from a completely different world. Upchurch, you come from backwoods. You dig what I'm saying? Like live on a ranch, cause you do type of shit. Screwface
He
from
been smoking that joint the whole time.
Hey, that been big as hell too, boy. On my mama.
Y'all want me to be truthful, or you want me to lie and make it just look like everything's cool?
Be truthful.
I mean,
all right. What did you
be
just?
truthful.
What Stallion? What did you just say about the whole race betting thing? What did you just say?
I said that it's good for the culture that we are having this conversation. The fact that we are talking about this and we can still, at the end of this conversation, nobody's screaming, nobody's yelling, nobody's calling each other names. We are understanding that we all understand shit differently. That is the whole sum of this.
I think it's dope. That's what I was saying. Like it's
it's dope. It's dope that we can have this conversation.
Nobody's gonna change somebody else's opinion tonight on like something huge, like something that you were raised thinking. What I'm just saying is, my point and from what side I'm coming from. That's all I'm saying. It's just clarity. That's all.
Yeah.
And like I'm done with it. I don't really care too much of it. You are definitely doing your thing. I'm not mad at that at all. You got music I rock with. You definitely got music I rock with. I'm trying to say nice things because I don't want to end nothing with. That's how you got it. I'm just saying.
It's gonna be kumbaya, goddammit.
Kumbaya.
No, you got music I rock with. I'm not. It's not even for that. I'm just saying that just to get mine out there. Like you got music I rock with. Whether our paths cross again or not, it's whatever. But
I honestly,
I
think y'all should do a song on some unity shit.
Oh, you'd fuck them up with that.
If we really want to make the world better, we should get to a point where people who are on opposite sides in the beginning of this get together and actually do some positive shit for real.
It'd be wild.
Ryan gonna get the second verse and diss me on it.
I doubt it. Right? See, what you don't understand, you only got mean Ryan. Ryan's a cool ass dude, bro, for real.
I mean, that's what people say. I ain't seen that one yet, but
it's coming.
I've seen some of it, but like I seen glimpses of it today.
Well,
he's cool as hell right now.
Honestly though, Ryan ain't got a chance to talk for real this whole time. He been like saying nothing, cooling. You know what I'm saying?
He's been
I
saying
pretty
his
much
points.
have the whole. I have this whole review that we've done in my head. I'm just kind of like scrolling through it.
That's.
He's just doing mental notes. He's just taking mental notes. Is there something else you want to say? Because I'm about to fire one up too.
Yeah,
I need to fire one up on my mama. Y'all done got me stressed out, bitch. My anxiety
Nah,
through the roof.
But I want
through the whole thing. I was like, God damn, I'm trying to roll up.
So what I want to do is I want to thank Screwface. I want to thank Upchurch. Honestly, like, if you guys don't think it, I'm thinking it. This was history in the making. It's never been done before, especially on YouTube and getting two fan bases together to
pretty much ever, bro. You've never
this.
seen two rappers who've ever beefed be on the same platform and talk like grown ass men.
Too. Yeah. Like
and what fans
that's
don't
what
realize is Upchurch and Screwface are staring at each other
literally
on their phone.
Literally.
Which is also
they don't see that?
No, they can't see that.
They can't see that.
Oh,
so you guys got to
been looking at
understand
this
how
dude the
they're
whole
doing
time.
how they're doing this interview is they're able to see each other like they're FaceTiming.
Yeah,
but
they're
they
literally
came on a
FaceTiming each other.
platform. So I want to thank both of you
No.
guys for coming on the show. Honestly, I'm very intrigued to see what happens after this.
I
video.
think y'all should do a song.
Yo, did
What
you
does
make
the
a
fans
house?
say?
That's
What?
the one question I want to ask. Did you? Because everything, all I ever see is like cedar wood or whatever. Did you make that yourself?
No, it's T111 board from Home Depot. It's just been burnt with a torch.
Oh.
Ryan, I love how you sounded when you said that. And say 411 wood.
Because I was about to say, if he built his whole shit by himself, I was like, God damn. I need a
Ain't no
contract.
pilgrim,
That's a
motherfucker.
country boy for real. That's a country boy for real, son. Golly.
Hey, this motherfucker done went and watched Amish Mafia and thinks I'm
Hey, look, and that ain't just him, bro. My mama, like, if you would have told me you built your house, I'd have believed it.
I would have believed it.
I just assumed it because every video he in there, I'm like, damn, that dude is.
That
always
nigga,
work.
That nigga be doing outside work.
Hey, just because John Smith come over here and chop some motherfucking trees down, don't mean I'm doing
I'm fucking done.
you never
Hey,
know.
look,
You never know.
real quick now.
It
Real
is a
quick.
log cabin, bro. You
Real
know
quick
he
now,
different
both
than
of
the
y'all never gave me the answer, so this a good time y'all looking at each other now. Ryan Upchurch, Screwface, do y'all eat ass?
No, man.
Do you eat ass? I know you from Africa,
Bro,
you
he
don't.
asks that every time.
Every time.
Damn sure do. I'm gonna get y'all
Every
niggas
time.
because y'all never
My
answer.
answer ain't changed.
Upchurch this.
And my motherfucking. Oh wait, did you say more?
He literally said it. He said, "Booty, I'm on the Upchurch this. I'm done."
Yo, I fuck with Upchurch now.
Yo, bro, facts, bro. That definitely.
Upchurch gang now. Upchurch gang now. Fuck
Gang,
that.
gang.
All right, look. All right, so me and you, let's come to an agreement as
All right.
artists.
All right.
No more race baiting.
Yes.
Nope.
Deal.
Yup.
All right. No more. What else? You say something.
No more disses.
All right. No more this.
Unity.
Okay,
Shake it.
One more.
What?
And one more. And let both of our fan bases stop fighting each other because I'm sick of seeing it.
Shake
facts.
on it.
I'm
Facts.
sick of seeing it. Just
Shake on
you
it.
guys, unity, we shaking.
Shake on it. Get it. That's what I'm
Shake
talking
it.
about, baby.
Oh, we did it, bro, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Holy
Now
shit.
it looks,
Yeah.
Now it looks like Pornhub on 2 different sites.
I love this
Wow.
so much. I love this so much. Y'all niggas could do y'all
Yeah,
own
for
reaction
real, dog.
channel together now. Roast and review.
I rock with that. Like I didn't, cause I came in with that energy the whole time, but I didn't know what energy he wanted to come in, so I kind of had my defenses up. But like I said, bro, like I really respect that. I don't know if you know how big you are, but you fucking huge, bro. So
Right.
like,
I really don't
Live in
think.
the woods, bro.
I don't think Upchurch really knows how big he is for real.
That's what I'm saying. Cause
Hey,
some of the things he
Upchurch,
does, like, man, I
real
like, maybe
shit.
you don't know.
Upchurch, I searched on Instagram today. I searched hashtag country rap. The first 25 posts were you.
So that's what I'm saying. So like these, like even like we said, even though racism was a part of our shit, the fact that we came together and talked like this almost slaps that whole shit. It almost proves that there's unity.
Bro,
we can all get
hold on.
together.
Don't go nowhere.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
He gonna come
What
back
church
butt
doing?
naked.
No, he's going to get a guitar.
Some type
He
of
gonna
shit.
come back butt naked.
That nigga,
If he
How
get-
many Dre Beat headphones does he
hold
have?
on.
Hey,
If he come with a guitar and he do a beat, I'm about to spit a list right
that
now.
boy
Say I'm
gonna
on.
come back with a goddamn guitar.
Bro,
Why can't
no,
we
no,
be
bro.
friends?
Just as like a gag thing, I'm gonna sign a pack of fucking Pokemon cards and send it to you for all the Pokemon bars, bro.
Yo, I don't know what I want to send you for the booty bars, but I'm gonna just.
Hey, send him an
Nothing
enema.
from Mumfu's house.
Hey, send him an enema. Sign an enema and send it to him.
And by the way, too. Oh yeah, that gets me thinking.
Hey, look, the
Everybody
box
on my
says
hold on.
unbroken bonds.
Hold on. Here's what I'm gonna say though. On my side too, let me get this out the way. Everybody, we cool on my side too. That means
Cool.
Mumfu, Dodo, my brother, everybody.
Cool.
We're cool. We not. People gonna ride because people's family and shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
well,
So-
just tell your brother to quit saying fuck people's grandma and shit. That shit ain't cool.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
aggressive. That was aggressive.
He wild. But so yeah, I mean that's my little bro.
I ain't gonna say little bro. I ain't gonna say little bro. That nigga built like Shrek. That nigga-
Nah, he bigger than me. He big as fuck. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's
That
still
boy
little
built
bro,
like the
so.
whole Miami Dolphins offensive line on my mama's.
Yeah.
Mama
Nah,
soul.
he a big scary nigga. So I'm
That
saying like that's
motherfucker
cool though. We all good over here though. And I really respect that. And send me them Pokemon cards, nigga, because now you said it. So now I'm expecting them. If you don't get them, you better expect this diss track.
You guys send it back, boy.
Nah, he's selling them bitches on eBay.
If it's holographic, I'm keeping it. If it's holographic, I'm keeping it. Just tell you right now.
Guys, thank you so much for
y'all
coming
so
on the
much,
show.
bro.
We appreciate you guys.
And from now on, I'll hit you if ever there's a I'll message you, and whether you want to message me back or whatever, I won't make a video about it, and I don't want any of that shit.
Hell fucking yeah.
That's that shit I like to see, baby.
Oh, man.
If you ever have an issue on my side, I don't know if you do or not, just hit me up. I think we could do a lot more to like fucking with each other than beefing.
I
shout
like
out
this
to Fox
shit.
Racing, and shout out to Aaliyah. Rest in peace.
You heard me.
Yeah,
Shout out to Aaliyah.
Who's
Rest
that?
in peace.
Aaliyah.
Shut up, Upchurch.
Aaliyah? No. I wouldn't be a name.
It's been too long and I'm lost without
Rock
you.
the
You know
boat.
that song?
Rock the boat.
I was
Rock
making
the
sure it wasn't
boat.
somebody in his hometown or something.
Nah, that's
I'm dead.
No, I'm not being funny. I was just asking, like, if it was somebody that you needed a shout out at the end of the show.
Wait, hold
yeah,
on.
no,
Upchurch.
no, that's cool. That's cool. I
Upchurch.
respect that.
You really don't know who Aaliyah is?
No, he knows who
No,
it
I
is.
know who Aaliyah is.
Oh, okay.
No,
all right.
no, he don't.
Oh, okay.
No, I fuck with that. Let's go. Yo,
All
so
right.
shout out to you,
I was about to
man.
send you some links.
Yo, shit. I don't know what you be about, but I'll hit you.
All right, so bet. Y'all do y'all sign-offs, man. Y'all
Yeah, sign
YouTube
out.
stars.
Do it.
Ryan, do your sign-off.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
The Holler Boys music video dropped during this review. It's dedicated to Jonathan Salas. He was in a wreck about 2 weeks ago, and he lost his life. He was a hometown kid. Go check out Holler Boys.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to
Yeah,
bro.
rest in peace.
No more bullshit from. I mean, I don't want to engage in none of this shit anymore. I'm cool,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm trying to move off from shit. I'm sure he is too. Shout out my
Definitely.
crew squad, and then I'm gonna let I'm not gonna let, but Screw shout out all his shit too.
Cool,
I love this so much.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to the S&J Nation.
Yep.
Shout out to Creek Squad.
Yep.
This is a beautiful moment for YouTube. Shout out to all the reactors, and shout out to Roast and Review. I think it's poetic that this shit started on Roast and Review and months later ended on Roast and Review.
Hey, that shit is
Hey,
lit.
you motherfuckers.
Hey, hold on. Wait. Motherfucker. Wait, hold on. I gotta stop and wait wrong now. Motherfuckers is a lot of people. KO. Say shout out to KO. He's the motherfucker who wanted to start a pot.
Shout out to Mofu Prod for staying down. Shout out to my little bro. You know, I gotta shout out all the people. And by the way, Upchurch, shout out to you for the Mofu Panda stuff. Cause he ran with that, and them shirts is going crazy right now, bro.
What it look like?
It's like his head on the Mofu Panda body.
He got
Doing like the karate
looking one.
Oh yeah, I'll talk to him. But yeah, shout out to you, bro. Last but not least, shout out to you, bro. That's big. Respect forever. And if I see a Creek Squad person or S&J Nation person beefing, then we're gonna have problems from now on.
I love it. I love it. Great shit, guys.
That shit is lit.
Thank you so much for coming on. We
Thank
made
y'all,
history
man.
tonight. Upchurch, Screwface.
I
we'll
love
talk
both
soon.
of y'all
Yeah,
boys,
love you
man.
guys.
Y'all boys real niggas for this, for real.
Blue Jean Face signing out.
Peace out, guys.
Blue jean face, I'm done. Thank y'all.
That was amazing.
That shit was
That was
lit
amazing.
as fuck.
That was
That's
fucking.
what the fuck
we
we're
made
here
history.
for. Unity, goddammit.
Guys, we'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tune in. If you can, please subscribe, like this video, share it to people. Believe it or not, we made YouTube history. We'll see you tomorrow night. You do your sign off.
Hey, man, remember, bro, we can't do none of this shit without you niggas.
Nope.
So make sure you like.
So that was Roasted Reviews, Upchurch, and Screwface Jeans. The end. Oofka. This was long, and I apologize to anyone about all the notification I'm getting. But you know what? If it is over and both hold up the end of the deal, congrats on being men and being men about it. If it ain't over, it go get ugly. And by like ugly. So this was Hockey Fan Dan Reacts. I know normally I'm rocking the hockey gear, but local champions, Milwaukee Wave, won the soccer championship. They won the indoor arena soccer league championship this year. Just thought I'd throw my city some love. This video is probably gonna take like a day to upload, but I hope y'all enjoy it. That was my first time seeing the whole thing all the way through. I did see bits and pieces. People had bits and pieces online. You know how they cut stuff up to make it look bad, look good, whatever, to get views. It is what it is. But much love. Y'all got the whole thing from start to finish on my channel. Thank you guys so much. Much love to Roasted Review for making this happen. I hope y'all don't get mad at me for using this video. Just understand, I'm just trying to show people it's over. Good night. Peace. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.